All right, creatures. I apologize for being late. I can't believe this. I just can't believe this. Oh no. Well, interesting. Mm-hmm. 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 Well. Oh, did he land on the chair? Oh no. He landed on the chair. Man, they turned up already. I did not expect for this to open the show. For whatever reason, I thought this would be the main event. Why was I being silly? I don't know why. Well, he is that a taser? Oh, well, I would have loved to see Mike and Matt dress up for the occasion. That would have been nice. I would have liked that. What's up, you guys? How are you? Danny Brown in the house. What's going on? Certified Wrestling Podcast in the house. Hello, hello. Look at Matt Taven. Oh Lord, we starting already. Well, how many tables crushed out over there? Lord have mercy. Oh, oh my God. Well, Dustin sat all up on the barbed wire, went through another table too, just to get Matt through one. And Darby Allen versus Evil Uno better not be the main event because this right here it's not making sense. Oh, Mariah and Lady Frost. Okay, I didn't know about that. Oh, well, Sammy doing something tonight. Okay, picture in picture. Well, what's new, you guys? Um, Robert Brown. Hey, what's going on? Tyler in the house. Fletcher, my boy Fletcher. Fletcher. Our show. Our show is about to be back. These guys are crazy. These guys are crazy. I don't know why we turning up with opening the show with a match like this. I don't remember what other matches are on this card where I could see it being the main event. So this is a little interesting. All right, Sammy got up. Matt Taven is clinching to life as he crawls back towards the ring. He'll probably make it there later on tonight. Uh-oh. Sammy looking under the ring for another table. Thank you. Can we find something else? Lord have mercy. Prayers for Taven. I don't even see Mike. Hey Jay Militant, what's going on? Hey Dancer is in the house. LA says hello to the chat. David Bond, hello. Let me see. Fletcher says, Tati, can you do me a favor? Can you check when From airs? It appears to me that it's 4 hours and 4 hours. Oh, let me see. Honestly, I thought it just comes on. I thought it was like 3 a.m. my time, but I'm not sure. That's what I was trying to find out too. I'm gonna find out the exact time and I'll message you, let you know. Oh, okay. Well, Sammy done. He's bringing the whole Home Depot into the ring. Oh no! Look at Mike can barely walk. And my boys better get the fucking titles back. It don't make any sense as to why Sammy and Dustin Rhodes are holding these tag titles. Matt Taven probably still crawling to the ring. Matches like this is it's a Ring of Honor tag titles are on the line should be helping promote people to tune in to the Honor Club. I know it's a little paywall behind the 9.99. Um and honestly, I feel like a lot of the Ring of Honor guys, we're seeing them on AEW a lot and not often on Ring of Honor, unfortunately. And I hope things change about that. Mark Briscoe, you hear that, Basket Briscoe? You got the world title over there, and I'm begging to see you on the show. That's wild. That's wild. Well, Sammy is on the ladder. Sammy's on the. Where were these ladders? At All In. Oh Lord. Well, Matt Taven has done the Lord's work and put Sammy through two tables. Well, damn. Well, Sammy, he's probably gonna be gone for a little bit. We just gonna focus on Dustin, and see what ends up happening here. What is that? That's a boat. Oh. Oh, he got a handful full of, he got two hands full of nuts. Well, somebody, because apparently not me. Yeah. Lord have mercy. Damn, man, what are we doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let my boys get these titles back, please. I got a lot of cleaning up to do for the cleanup crew. I got a lot to do after this match. Oh, well, oh, I'm not gonna be happy if my boys don't win. I'm not feeling optimistic right now at all. Oh my god. How is Dustin being able to manhandle these two on his own? Oh, what? A crossroads on the chair? Uh-uh. Oh my god. Oh no, not good. Not good. Dang, man, this would have been the perfect time for them to be teaming up to take care of Grandpa Dustin while Sammy's still laid out there. What is happening? Do you hear them cheering? Oh my God, Taven, Lord. Oh wow. Very violent here. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Lord have mercy. Uh damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, there we go. They're saying this is awesome. This is awesome. My boys be putting in work all the time. Y'all never cheer for them. Oh, put them through the damn chairs. Yes, the chairs should have fucking bent or some shit. I thought Dustin was calling for somebody to come help. Oh my God. One, two, three. Yeah. What the fuck is Sammy doing here? Damn. Oh, GTH. Oh my God. Where are the prayer warriors? The kingdom about to lose again. What is he doing with the barbed wire? Oh my lord! Oh my! Wrapping it around them cowboy boots. What is happening here? Well, thank you. Nigel, Mike is somebody's father. Uh, what is he doing? Why he got that thing on his neck like that? What is happening here? Oh, oh Lord. Uh, oh, oh my God. Oh, I must have been naive to think that maybe the boys would get the titles back. What the fuck is Justin and Sammy? I'm gonna get to these comments. I'm over it. Ballet says Fletcher, how's the family? Hope things are getting better. David Bond said, missed you. Thank you. I miss y'all too. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Certified Wrestling Podcast says we should collaborate. Yes, baby, hit me up. You can hit me up on Instagram or on X, Wrestle Tati. Um, send me a message. Send me a message. I cannot believe this. No, actually, I could believe this. Let me not even act a fool up in here. I should have known this is exactly what's going. Mark Briscoe, hologram. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Um, Lord have mercy. Tony Nese. Oh my God. Oh, right. I saw that video of Darby Allen attacking Mark Sterling for no reason at City Hall. What's wrong with you? Where were the cops? Mark Sterling. Let me guess. This is the trios match that they're gonna have. What is Rocky Romero doing here? What is this? A children's show? Word of the day. This ain't Sesame Street. You know what? Let's see. I'm over it. I'm over it. Fletcher says it's controlled now. Ballet. I don't even know what to say. I just don't know. Ben is in the house. Hey Ben, how are you? Y'all, I'm already frustrated. I thought this match was gonna be the main event. Cause I'm just like, come on, you guys know this is gonna get messy. Now the other team, the whole cleanup crew, gonna have to work extra hard to get all this shit cleaned up. The blood and all this shit. I don't know. I'm not even sure what the main event's gonna be, but we'll see what happens with that. Ballet dancer says, please hit the like button, please, guys. That means so much to me when y'all do that. It's really important. Thank you. King Leo says, what's up, Tati? Hello to the chat. What's going on? David Bond said, just finished updating my laptop. Man, let me just tell you, I sat here in front of the computer like 20 minutes ago, and it was just like, girl, we got other plans. And I was like, oh, really? We like that? So I had to restart the whole thing. The whole thing. Well, David Bond said it should be 2 or 3 a.m. in Europe. We trying to find out. Our show is gonna come out tonight. It's called From. Season 3 is back. I don't know if y'all have seen the show. Fletcher recommended it. And I actually really, really like it. And finally, the show is coming back. I don't know exactly what time, but I'm ready. I am ready. Fletcher says, David, it's 1 a.m. here in Europe right now, in Portugal. Oh, and you up late. I would still be up too. Jay Militant says the next 2 weeks of AEW should be fire with Grand Slam and the fifth anniversary show of Dynamite. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am looking forward to both of those shows, even though I'm not going to have a hissy fit about it. I wish that some of these things that were going to be on Grand Slam would be on Wrestle Dream. So, Tony Khan, you want to put these matches on Grand Slam? I don't want to see no rematches for Wrestle Dream. No, 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 no. Not at all. Ballard says, I can't wait to see what this shockwave will be about. Fletcher says, this is probably the first collision of the year that I actually don't have any hype to tune in. Oh. Mr. Holiday's office here. What's going on? I said, Tati, back from vacation. Did you bring us a shot glass or a postcard? No, I just spent a little extra time in my coffin these past few days. That's all that was. Ballet says, blood is everywhere. I hope the cleanup crew. Oh, hold on. DMD. Oh, I don't see no DMD. What was the date? I missed it. There was a date on there. Everybody was assuming that maybe she was fired or something or whatever. October, fifth anniversary. Britt Baker in action. Well, Tony Schiavone, Nigel, commentary. Okay, so I'm assuming Mariah's match is up next. Maybe. And I need to get one of them new shirts that Nigel got on. Brian Fears Nigel. Is that what it is? Y'all know I love me Brian Danielson, but I love Nigel too. Queen Aminata versus Serena Deeb. Oh wait, we got two women's matches tonight. Evo Uno. Oh Lord. I mean, Darby, you watched that jacket though, right? At least. A war. What? Okay. Oh, I don't know about world champion. Oh. Oh, collecting paychecks. Well, um. Oh, you better not. You better not gotten in that water on Lexi's outfit. This is interesting development because last I heard, Darby Allen talking about he not willing to lay down and die. You were one of the main ones saying that you were willing to die for this company. So I don't know what changed all of a sudden. I don't know. Well, Pastor Briscoe and the conglomeration and them are coming out. I'm over it. We already know where this is going. Oh my God. Mr. Aldi's on says, "What's up, y'all? It was cracking in Martina's chat last night. I got a chance to watch the her stream this morning. It was so great. And Rhonda, Rhonda girl, give me a call. Give me a call. They go past the Briscoe. You walking around with that title, but I don't see you defending or nothing. You can't here come hologram. They didn't even let hologram say anything during that little promo. Hologram, if you're ever gonna say anything, just let us know how old you are. That's all we need to know. Everything else, you don't have to talk about. Very interesting. Very interesting. I like that cute little jacket thing he got going on with the letter H or whatever. Um, Interesting. Okay, Rocky is there so they can contain the Mark Sterling problem. Y'all know Mark Sterling likes to get involved on the behalf of the premier athletes, and Rocky's just making sure no shenanigans are going on tonight. And hologram love the kids. Tony Khan, when y'all coming back to Texas? I'm already having withdrawals. To be honest, hologram don't need to be teaming up with nobody. To be honest with y'all. Well, here's my boys, the premier athletes. At least they're getting TV time. Could I go another week without seeing Tony Nese abs? And look at those thighs on Josh Woods. Lord, oh my. AEW Day. Oh, is that a national holiday now? Premier athletes. Lord, what? They gave him the key to the city, and now you're talking about this is a crap town. Interesting. Jay Milton says, I heard Dustin contract is coming up. We could see a title change. Please, please do. Mr. Aliza said we need a Tati and Ronda stream one day. Bro, we got something. We're working on something. We'll let you know soon. Lord have mercy. Tony Nese, man. Oh my God. Tony Nese is a personal trainer. Even if you don't live near him, you could do like online training, whatever that is. Um, Maybe that'll work out for me. Look at Kyle O'Reilly. Lord, I'm never gonna get Kyle O'Reilly versus CM Punk. Oh my God. And the fifth anniversary Dynamite is in Pennsylvania, which I don't even remember hearing that until like I think yesterday. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I feel like they were in Pennsylvania the other day. Well, I think Wednesday. Oh, we got another collision taping. Lord have mercy. On Thursday, October 3rd. I don't care for the tape shows. You can tell the difference between a live show and a tape show. And the vibe of it, I don't care for. They're gonna be in Washington for Title Tuesday, October 8th. If y'all don't want to be here for Dynamite and y'all want to check out NXT, y'all can do that too. I can do that too. This year, Tony Khan, we're not going to come on social media and act a fool, right? I hope not. Lord have mercy, Tony Nese. And I like how Mark Sterling matches with the boys. He's just one of the guys, even though he's not in the ring. Here come hologram. Now I know they have plans for hologram in terms of him being, um, I don't know, geared for the children or whatnot. So I can see why he is in a super babyface group with the conglomeration, which I'm absolutely fucking over. I don't know, something about hologram. I think he's really talented, but I'm not won over yet. I'm not won over yet. He got to be doing something. Put him on a stereo box. Something else to win me over a little bit more. Is that is that is that cutie for Brandon? It is Brandon. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, okay, hologram. Oh. Okay. Ah, all right, all right. I thought this was gonna be a squash, so was wrong about that. We're 30 minutes in. They're not doing bad for timing, especially after with that first match. Not bad, not bad. Ballet says they're wrestling in those jeans. Is there any more room for me in those jeans? I don't want to be in Dustin jeans. Not Sammy's either. Neither one of those two. Jay Milton said that should have been the main event. I agree. Absolutely agree. Look at Rocky. That's my boy, Mark Sterling. He definitely does a great job as a manager. And I know a lot of heel managers, they don't get enough credit. But you got credit from me. Rocky, why didn't you do anything? You were there for a reason, right? Lady Frost, Lord have mercy. Last time we seen Lady Frost, she took a win. That streak is gonna be over tonight. Mm-mm-mm. Belly says, I saw you get over there giving out flowers, Mr. All Days Off. Jay Militant says that chair bump, ouch. He said, got my laptop up to date. Okay, well, hit me up if you want to do something. Mr. All Days Off said, all that wasted hemoglobin in the ring. Daniel Berry Sports highlights in the house. What's up? How are you? Bella says, why didn't he move? I agree. Why didn't he move? Ben Frank in the house, said please and blessings. Hello. Jay Militant says Santi is not happy, not at all. Ballet says Lady Frost. Ballet, we sending all our love and positive thoughts towards Lady Frost. Actually, I saw Lady Frost was walking in a fashion show. I think was it last weekend or something like that. So that's good. That's good. She's booked. And we're going to hear from Nigel. And I'm just saying, I understand they put the whole plastic back. That's what's the main event? 10-man all-star match. Hook is in there? Didn't they say all-star and Hook is in there? Well, well. AEW, let's get with it and put release a poster of Tony Nese. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Kyle, man, this guy is so talented. What are you doing with losers like Orange Cassidy? And real talk, Kyle Fletcher, I mean, not Kyle Fletcher, Kyle O'Reilly, if he were to be a heel, let's say if he didn't go back with the Undisputed Kingdom, I could see him going on to the dark side with Moxley and them too. He would fit. He would fit. Ooh, cameraman doing the Lord's work on Tony's. Ooh, okay. Well, Kyle, it is what it is. Oh, where they at tonight? I see there's not even an empty seat up in there. Not even an empty seat. Y'all, I have finally said to hell with the cable. I only had got it so I could watch wrestling. So I'm finally using AEW Plus in my VPN, which I've been paying for the longest. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Hologram. Okay. Oh, he is so quick. Have we gotten hologram in Leo Rush yet? If we haven't, I would like to see that. Hologram and Leo Rush would be great. That was a 2 hologram. Oh. Tony needs with a distraction. Oh Lord, Mark Sterling. I mean, Mark Briscoe. Mm-hmm. Redneck Kung Fu. And that match last night with Pastor Briscoe and Brian Keith was great. I actually would have preferred to see Brian take the win since they didn't. Unfortunately, the learning tree came out. Big Bill came out there and shut shit down with the whole conglomeration. So at least we got something. Oh my god, who's legal? Is it Josh? Yeah, Josh. Mm. What, what are we doing here? Oh, well. Oh, Mark Sterling. Okay, he about that life. Rocky, don't hit Mark. He ain't hurt nobody. Never mind. Hologram. I don't know. There it is. Mm. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed right now. I'm so annoyed. This is like so like baby faces over it. Over it. Shivani talking about the fans are going bananas. That's bananas. This? Oh my god. Who is 11 and oh hologram? Okay. Oh Lord. Well, AEW tag title's gonna be on the line at Grand Slam. I cannot believe it's Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. Oh my god. Mm. And we'll see if Brian Danielson ends up showing up on Wednesday. If he's clear to wrestle. I can't believe they actually haven't sold out that show, I'm not gonna lie. But I could understand. If you thought Brian Danielson might come, you might not be at the show either. Oh, MXM Collection. Oh. Those glasses. Oh, okay. Let's see the jacket. Yeah, zip it all the way down. Don't tease me. How were they even saying this stuff on TV? Is funny to me. Next week. New York Fashion Week. What are we talking about? The jacket? They're so weird. I love it. Well, we have our women's champion Mariah coming out. Let's see, get to these comments. David says Bennett ain't gonna get none tonight, or maybe ever. Belly says 10-man tag match. I love these matches. Belly says holograms, Pastor Briscoe, and the Deacon. Mm-hmm. Mr. Olizon said, you should me too, Bishop Khan. LOL. Remember Leo? Byron is in the house. Byron says AEW tonight is a 10. Mr. Olizon says, should pin me too. Matting in the house who says that match was fucking awesome. Said it made me genuinely happy. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Byron said, where's Leo? Ballet says Tati is going to read the comments. Yes, reading comments. Reading is fundamental, you guys. I actually went to bed real late last night watching season 1 of Tales from the Crypt. The second episode is really really good. It's really good. The episode I don't know all of them, but from what I've been watching so far is on YouTube. So season 1 episode 2 is fucking hilarious. Our girl Lady Frost. What? Did they just say she's from Pennsylvania? Don't they always say she's from Iceland? What happened? Dang, they finally gave her a win. Now she's coming down here to lose to Mariah. Lord have mercy. Jay Milton says the that Beast Mortos and Ricochet match was lit. We need another match with these. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I wasn't sure what the chemistry was going to be like between the two of them, but that was my favorite match from Dynamite. I loved it. Well, the bell has rung. Music to my ears. Well, they both look great. These ladies look good. Yes, they do. Oh, Lady Frost got. Oh, that's why they. Oh, is she blowing kisses to Nigel? Look at Nigel. What the fuck? Lady Frost is about to steal a win. The title's not on the on the line though. At least I remember them hearing them say that. Very interesting. What is going on with my feed? Is it? Are we having technical difficulties? Am I having technical difficulties? Mariah go round. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that little fur thing that she got on the side, I thought it was like a lucky rabbit's foot or some shit the past few times. Guess not. So how y'all feeling about Mariah being champion right now? Honestly, I haven't I it's nothing's happened yet. Nothing's happened yet. I'm gonna give it some more time, see what's up before I start judging. Ooh, okay, some little chops. All right. All right. Come on, girls. Y'all gonna do a little bit more than this for me. Okay. Um, a little bored. Well, we'll see. Okay. All right. Well. Oh, a chop with two hands? Well, I forgot Yuka got her little title shot for next Wednesday. What is this? Oh, I knew it. Tornado Trios match conglomeration versus Learning Tree and them. I'm over it. I'm over it. Why don't y'all put Mark Briscoe on fucking Ring of Honor? How about that? How about that? Oh Lord. Well, this gotta be it. All right. I'm actually glad this is over. And this wasn't doing anything for me. Um, so we do got quite a few big matches for Grand Slam. I can care less about the whole Learning Tree fiasco, but we knew that's where it was going. What about Hook and who was it? Hook and Roderick? Ain't that on Grand Slam too? All right, Mariah, you're gonna do a little bit more to win me over. All right. They're showing us the whole thing with Mariah. And Mariah had that little lingerie thing. I mean, girl, we all got things like that at home. If you was trying to win somebody over, you know, that wasn't it. Really surprised when Yuka won against the professor uh Serena Deep. Serena girl, I don't know about this dojo you've been talking about. As y'all can see, our girl Deanna already got somebody under her wing. And Serena still don't got nobody. Hmm, all right. Ooh, Willow, girl. Looking like a snack. That match at All Out was just lovely. Uh-oh. Well, here's Deanna and Taya. Okay. Leopard print. Okay. Very interesting. We'll see where this go. A lot of talking here, girls. Rampage. Oh, come on now. What about Collision? Oh, well, Darby Allen and Evil Uno. Darby, we'll see what happens with that. David Bond says, nothing much, King Leo. Let me know when you're available to help me a podcast. Ballard says, what's cracking? That was a great match. We have to get a part two. Ballet says, Evil Uno. Jay Milton says, who caught the NFL film? I still didn't get a chance to see it. Lord have mercy. That's what I should do. I was actually looking to see what channel it was on. No clue. No clue. No clue. But I think they did post it on YouTube, I want to say. I'll check it out and take a look. Mr. Aldezon says we need David, Tati, and Leo on Bad Blood Freak Off panel October 5th. Oh my god. Okay. Well, October 5th. Okay. Mr. Aldezon said, I saw it, Jay Millie. Jay Militant says, Mr. Aldezon, what did you think about it? I liked it. David said, oh shit, Mr. Aldezon, laughed my ass off. Bella said hologram is wearing his Department of Transportation vest. Oh my god. Jay Billington says that interview Tony Khan did on Busted Open, nothing T Khan was rambling. Look, that's my CEO. Okay, I love Tony Khan, but whenever there's an interview, expect to get nothing out of him. Nothing. That's why I don't even when it comes to the interviews, I don't really bother because he really there are people and people who do that are good liars, to be honest with you. The ones who can talk your fucking head off and still not tell you anything, those people make really great liars. But I don't usually waste my time on these things because he normally doesn't say anything at all. I remember he was on a few months ago, he was doing a he was on Fox Business Channel, whatever it is, and people was thinking because he was on there that there was like something concrete in terms of the streaming deal and all that shit. And he said nothing. He said nothing at all. And I was just like, see, this is why I don't waste my time. This is why I don't waste my time. David says, here comes your boys, Tati. Mr. Aldays also, I saw Mike Tyson interview on Cam and Mace. It was entertaining for an hour. Oh, I didn't hear about that. I should check that out. David says, Deacon Kyle. Jay Militant says, I know that one had to be with the three of them, lol. Mr. Aldays off says, it was great, lol. Stat Baby was there too. Oh. The acclaimed. But hey, Daddy Ass. Oh. These bars. I'm over it. Well, at least he tells himself to be the best wrestler alive and not best rapper alive, because that sure ain't true. All right, Tornado Trios match with the Learning Tree and Conglomeration. I don't care about either one of these teams. Y'all can kill each other for all I care. I'm over it. Bathroom break for me. John Moxley, Darby Allen. If Evo Uno don't take care of Darby tonight, then Darby will make it to Grand Slam. Look at me trying to say that with a straight face. Evo Uno ain't gonna do a damn thing tonight. Mm-hmm. Over it. Darby Allen. Why are we still talking about Darby? Damn. And when you really think about it, John Moxley coming off like a little bit of a bully, going after little Darby Allen for his title shot, when really he could have started something with our stepdaddy, and that would have been more interesting to me. But I don't know. I don't know. We haven't seen Moxley and Christian go at it, haven't we? Since both of them been in the company. Mm. Prayers for brother Zay and Mark Quinn. That attack. Okay, Wheeler Yuta. I said I would drive you through your therapy appointments. What's going on? You haven't called. Was this about Wheeler Yuta or is this about Darby? Well, there's Darby, one of the soldiers of AEW, the one who claimed to die for this company, but not tonight, apparently. He's going to be going against Evo Uno. A little warm up for Grand Slam. So we'll see. Bella said that's right. It should be Commander. So the Deacon is here, David. Jim Milton says free Kyle O'Reilly from this Misfits group. I agree. I agree. I agree. Which stream are you talking about, David? Which stream are you talking about, David? I didn't get a chance to see your comment. This is wild. The way he hit him with that belt. Mm-mm. Look at what's his damn Alex not Alex, is his name Alex? Shit, what is Evil Uno name that's over there? I cannot remember his name. Holy shit. Oh my god. He looked just like the one from Grizzle Young Veterans. Very interesting. Oh, Robert says they should put a Kyle O'Reilly in BCC. I agree. I agree. Well, whatever's left of BCC. Why would he do that? Why would he even rip his mask? That is not a babyface thing to do, Darby. Darby, them shoes worn out just like what's his name? Jackson Perry had the worn out shoes at the pay per view that ended up ripping at the bottom, which is crazy to happen at a pay per view. Oh, and speaking of shoes, our boy Swerve, sneakers. I don't know if it released for the general public, but they had like some sneaker convention thing, and he released them. Was it today or yesterday or something like that? And they're in the cutest box. They're so cute, and I've seen them, and I like it. I mean, I wouldn't wear them, but I like it. I like it. Mr. Holiday Song said, "What is the best three storylines in all of wrestling currently?" I like what they're doing with BCC right now. Um, I think it's a nice shift. Personally, if you ask me, I would have loved. Why are they holding hands? I would have loved to see BCC stay together forever, but you don't get what you want in life. But I do think that's a really interesting story. We'll see where they go with it. I would say the whole thing with the whole bloodline, but I don't know, something about it with Cody being involved. I'm over it. I'm over it. By the time I got home last night, SmackDown had just finished, so I didn't get a chance to catch up and see that whole little movie that he and Roman had at the football field. So I got to catch up and see what's going on with that. I'm just like Cody Rhodes being champion. I'm over it. Mark Briscoe being champion, I'm over it. Who else is holding titles? Danielson, he hasn't done anything yet because he just got it. So I'm not gonna say anything about that yet. But we'll see. But to be honest, I mean, you could still say that storyline with the bloodline is one of the best going on right now because the company's actually trying to put more into it in comparison to all the other storylines. So you get more of that, um, other than other things that's going on. I don't know. I'm over it. I'm over it. Darby wins. What's new? Oh, Lab Baby said my first collision. What happened so far? Well, Dustin and them, that's what happened. They won as usual. Conglomeration won as usual. Um, you know. Jay Milton says, Robert, I like that idea, but he belongs with his friends. That's the undisputed. I agree with that too. Mr. All Days said, nice to break your collision your collision cherry. What the fuck? Um I hope it feels good. He should have attacked Shivani for real. I mean, and then this one too. I like what they've been doing with Hangman, but now we got Grandpa Jarrett back in the whole thing, and I'm slightly uninterested, but we'll see. We'll see. Is that a belt in his hand? What is that? It's something in his hand. I don't know what that is. Jeff Jarrett. No, I don't know. Oh, and then someone, David Bond had reminded me that Jeff Jarrett did help Swerve at Blood and Guts. I actually watched the whole match over again the other day. I should have been working, but wrestling sometimes a little bit more important. Strap match. Oh, Bang Bang Game. Who? Dark, Dark Order. What happened? Jeff Jarrett found out all his friends. 4-foot leather strap. Mm. We'll see. We'll see. No syringes. He said, "You ain't gonna put that shit on me. No syringes, bruv." What? Getting a strap and beating somebody's flesh? What? This ain't PG. Oh, oh my god. Now I was with you until you almost say you're gonna blow his back out with the strap or whatever. I was with you until that happened. What's next? Oh, our girl Queen Aminata. Lord have mercy, Queen Aminata. Lord, she looks so good. Let's see. Let's see. Where are we with the comments? David says, I agree, Leo versus hologram dream match. Right, we didn't get that match yet. Keeping the baby faces away from each other. Ballet says the Karate Kid Pastor Briscoe. Ballet says, I thought you were referring to King Leo versus hologram. Well, that could be booked. David says, Jay Driller. Jay Militant says, Robert, they need Adam Coulter to Adam Cole. Actually, I think yesterday or something, I was watching like clips of the whole group together, whatever. And Adam Cole, first of all, that storyline with Adam Cole and the Undisputed Kingdom, he was a horrible friend. He was so worried about MJF and MJF foolishness that he would treat his friends like that. You don't need friends like that. Well, here is Serena D, the professor. Um, I don't need any of her glasses. And she got her own little flag for the school and everything, and she don't even have a building to raise a flag at. That's horrible. Oh, but this little robe here is definitely giving Ric Flair. Interesting. And I think Serena hasn't had a match with Mariah, so if anything, after the whole thing with Yuka, obviously Yuka not winning, we know that. Maybe Serena would face her next. We'll see what I'm happening. Damn, Queen I'm not is still taped up. Damn. There's a lot of y'all I'm concerned about. Y'all taped up like this, which is crazy. But our girl is getting TV time, so I do appreciate that. Okay, we got a little bit of an aggressive start with the two of them. Very interesting. Serena is another one. I do like her. I think she's talented. Just the personality, it's just something about it is just not there. So I don't care. I don't care. Oh, David, you don't like Mason's glasses? I like them. The fur ones, I don't know how he can see with those. Obviously not, but beauty is supposed to be painful sometimes. And Ballet says, "Why are they rubbing the jacket like that?" Oh, Mr. Ollie's out with some wrestling history. Says September 21st, 05. Lillian left WWE after 10 years. Um, let's see, July. Why am I saying July? September 21st, 2014. Goldust and Stardust defeated the Usos for the tag team title at Night of Champions. He said Retribution made in-ring debut versus the Hurt Business. Interesting. What are they saying? We want what? Mm-mm-mm. David Bond said Nigel almost fell off the stage from the blowing kiss. You said only I had technical difficulty? Oh, I don't know what I was seeing on my screen, but something happened. Jay Milton said they're wasting Mariah title run so far to have that build now. Nothing, not good. David Bond says, "Shake my damn head. I'm over it too." Mr. Aldezon said, "Lady Laws has a great wardrobe and appearance." Oh my God, that's horrible. Mm. Oh, is Wrestle Dream on a Saturday? I hope so. I'm not in the mood for a Sunday pay per view for a while. Y'all, can y'all believe it is already the holiday season? Just about. Just about. Y'all gonna start hearing the Christmas songs at the grocery store, department stores. I'm over it already. Oh, Serena D blowing kisses. Ooh, let me duck. No, thank you, girl. Picture in picture. What's new? Get to these comments. Mr. Aldezov says, "Whoa, that Spike Pound driver was lethal." Belly says, "It's just okay. Tony Storm is very tough act to follow." I agree. Very tough act to follow. And this is why I say, like, she should be doing her own thing rather than the Tony Storm stuff with what she's doing. It doesn't, I don't know, something about it doesn't make her more interesting for me. David says, Storm Zero, she needs to use her own finishing move. That I agree with. Ballet said, "Mr. Aldezov, you always call Lady Frost that." David says, "Ooh, Willow looking sexy. Come to the dark side." Yes, I agree. So Willow's wearing her lingerie on top. Go Willow. John Morrison, come get your Red Bull colored hair. What? I'm done. Mr. Holiday's off. I'm gonna put you on timeout. Timeout. Ballet says Darby versus Evil Uno, not the Red Bull. Oh Lord. Club number one. I think we're on number two now. Bella says, "Here we go, Burger King commercial." This is what I keep saying. This is what I keep saying. They were hoping y'all would download DoorDash, Uber Eats, and them to place your order. Danny Brown says, "I'm done with the show. Deanna versus Willow on Rampage next Friday." Okay, good night, Tati. See you Wednesday. I'll see you then. Honestly, they could have saved that for Collision. Why not? This is the first time we getting those two together. I don't know. We'll see. Mr. Aldezon said, Tati, did you see Roman versus Cody football? But I did not. I did not. I do want to see how that turned out to be. I'm not necessarily a fan of the whole cinematic thing when it comes to wrestling. And I think we'll be seeing that more often within just as a whole in terms of pro wrestling. So maybe I should get used to it. But I'm definitely going to have to check out that segment. Oh, well, we're still got picture in picture. Very interesting. Anybody going to any AEW shows, WWE shows coming up? I wish I could have gone to Wrestle Dream, but to be honest, we don't even have not one match booked for Wrestle Dream. So we'll see how that ends up turning to be. Tony Khan, can you give Zack Sabre Jr. a call? See if he can pull up to Wrestle Dream. Somebody. Ballet says Cody is all up in the bloodlines. Cool. I'm not feeling him in it. I'm not feeling him in it, to be honest with you. And to be honest, I feel like they're doing that to keep him. Let's just be real, relevant. He's the champion and should have his own relevancy. And it's just like something about it is missing in terms of him being a champion for me. Another thing too is I was talking to Martina about this the other day. They have posted, Roman and Cody has had a feud for over 10 years. And I'm like, what? For over 10 years they've been feuding? I'm just like, no, you had a little couple run-ins with somebody. Isn't the same as saying you was feuding with somebody for 10 years. Cody Rhodes' ass was gone for like half of that. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is just wild to me. I don't know. Jay Milton says, remember when Dark Order had like 50 members? Yes, we all do. Three of them is left, and I keep saying like I get what I sometimes I feel like in honor of Brody, Brody Lee. That's why they're keeping this group together. But really, I can let that shit go. I think Brody would just be just fine with that if y'all just went and did your own damn thing. But back to this match here. Oh, Queen, I'm not. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought she was gonna take the win. Very interesting. To be honest with you, since she like this is no shade towards Yuka for real, because I didn't really see Yuka taking that win over Serena. But Queen Aminata might as well take the win too. Why not? Might as well. I don't want to see no roll ups. That's another thing too. I'm over it. Oh, okay. Oh, Queen Aminata, she's ready to wrap it up. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. Didn't Queen Aminata had this cute little shortcut the other day? It was so cute. Oh, straight to the face. Oh. Oh, that could have been a 3. And shout out to the Glam Squad. They putting in work on these girls. Lord. Mm. Not a roll up, no. The way she was holding her neck like that. Oh no. Queen, get up. Ooh, that almost scared me. All right, the girl. Oh, Serena bleeding. And her nose, I think. Ew, why she wiping that on her arm though? Gross. Well, okay. Come on, Queen. What are we doing? This back and forth thing here. Give her a nice headbutt for me. Oh, damn. Well, that's not gonna be good. There you go. Thank you, Queen. Dang you! She got out of the ring. That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help because she rolled on out. And speaking of rolling out, last night that foolishness with the main event on Rampage, I'm over it. I'm over it. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, okay, we cooking. Ooh, dang, this is like the beginning of the end for our queen. Damn, queen. I wanted her to win. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think we were gonna see Serena taking a win. It's a little flip floppy right now with the booking on Serena, but we'll see where this end up going. We'll see. What the hell? Mr. Aldeas said dark order was as deep as Wu Tang at one time. Hell. Oh my god. Bella said Darby is snacking on Evil Uno. Dang. Well, we'll see. We're gonna hear from Nigel. What next? Rampage. Oh, Hikaru Shida. Well, Harley Cameron did a little something last night. To be honest with you, I've seen some improvements with her, so I could appreciate that. She still got quite a long way to go. And then Jamie Hayter is giving y'all the fashions. Well, what the hell is a Surveyor's Rules match? Um. Oh well. Mm-hmm. What? There are no rules. Okay. No rule number one. No weapons. What? What the hell? What? What? The winner wins an autographed copy of Soraya's book. The Soraya. What? I'm bored. Harley Cameron eating paper? Oh, that's what I'm saying. All right. Trap Buddha's in the house. What's going on? Jay Millie says, Mr. All Days Off, Wu Tang forever. Trap says, you over it as usual. Over it. David says he got a belt. Ballet says a lumberjack strap match. Well, you know what? That does sound like something Diddy is into. I'm not gonna lie. Um, David said lumberjack strap match. Oh shit. I said Jeff Jarrett mentioned Satnam Singh. Oh, Satnam Singh. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with him. Mr. Aldizon said Jeff Jarrett got golden girl hairdo. What the fuck? Oh Lord. I'm over it. I'm over it. Well, David Bond, Queen Amnata did not take the win, but she was looking beautiful, so we were graced by her presence. Jay Militant says, "How much more plastic is Cameron going to put on?" Oh, well, we got no answer for you. Bailey says a lot more. Jay Militant, what? Karen used to be a scripper? Bella says Serena is great in the ring. Yeah, absolutely. She's just boring. You know, we gotta fix something. Something, maybe the whole dojo thing, forget that and find something else. Find something else to do. We'll see. Jay Milton says, Tati, we was talking about the Undertaker learning tree with the Big Show. I was wondering if you remember that. Your thoughts since Jericho has it. Jericho, I'm over it. We're all over it with the whole Jericho thing. Long term, I'm just hoping this learning tree thing works out. For are you talking about when oh damn, what was the name of the are you talking about like right before Taker went on, I guess, hiatus for a while and then came back in Judgment Day? He had, I think he had a foot injury, maybe his leg was broken, something like that, some type of leg or foot injury, and he really couldn't do anything. So they ended up pairing him with the Big Show. Um I mean, it worked for the time, but I don't know if I would say that that did something to advance the Big Show's career. And that's what I think is the issue when it comes to Chris Jericho. Is anyone who's under his wing, I feel like no one necessarily gets anything from that to advance to do go on to do bigger and better things. Thanks to Chris Jericho, no one at all. So I don't know. Oh, Dustin and Sammy. Oh Lord, this ain't right. This ain't right. Wait a minute, y'all, that match finished a whole hour ago and y'all still covered in blood? Y'all wasn't gonna wash your face at least if y'all not gonna take a shower? The fuck? That's unfortunate that he has two titles. Sammy, Okada, we ain't even worried about it. What is happening? Oh, oh well. Well, Sammy was one of the victims of the learning tree, to be honest with you, anyway. Mhm. Mhm. Uh, um, I forgot what I was gonna say. Hook. Oh look. Um. Oh, this is the main event already? Well, damn. Oh, the 10-man tag match. I'm over it. I'm over it. Uh, Cook just does not do it for me. Them scribble scrabble tattoos and stuff. Man, I'm over it. Okay, so so this is what I'm saying. I feel like I already said like 50 matches for a Grand Slam, and now they just added Sammy Guevara versus oh look at our boys, the Outrunners. Look at our boys. Shit, what's supposed to say? Okay, so now they done added Okada versus Sammy. Y'all, I mean, at this point, Grand Slam should just be commercial free because it sounds like we got a lot. And like I said, we're not worried about you, Sammy. We're not worried about you winning that match against Okada at all. Who else is in this team? FTR. Oh, well, if there's one thing, FTR is always gonna be there. Always. What are they wearing? Are they wearing the same outfits as the Outrunners? Oh Lord, I'm over it. What is up with all these smoking shit? Can't even see anybody. Hook don't even go with this group. What are we doing? Hook don't even go with this group at all. For real, for real. I don't know what we're doing. Tony Khan. I don't know. Wait, okay, so FTR Outrunners, they got the same shades, they got the same shirts and everything, cut up and shit. Interesting. Well, Grizzle Young Veterans, I don't know what we're doing. And let's be honest, I felt like Grizzle Young Veterans, it's not a strong start. It's not. We're gonna have to put in some work with the boys. We'll see. Who their partner? Oh, Rouge is getting TV time. Oh, and speaking of Rouge, where the hell is Realistico? Like, is he still with the company? Is he still with us? Oh, look at that mask. It's so cute. Who is that doing all that screaming? What the hell am I hearing? Is that like one person in the crowd just screaming for Rouge like that? Girl, get a room. Who is that? Roderick. Hmm. Well, it's our boy Roderick. Beast Mortos. What happened? Beast Mortos music didn't even hear. He just coming out. Oh, what does that mean? That they're part of the group together? Lord have mercy, Beast Mortos. Oh my God. Look at that. Beast Mortos, baby, give me a call. The Messiah of the Backbreaker is here, Roderick Strong. Um, and this right here, they did say all-star 10-man tag. Hook, baby, this is more like a 9-man all-star. Wait, hold on. Do my eyes deceive me? Is that cutie referee Brandon officiating the main event? Oh, okay. Brandon is booked and busy too. Bruce, it's nice to know you still with the company. I thought he was with Uncle Don, or is that not happening anymore? Very interesting. Well, here we go. We got what 30 minutes left of the show. Damn. Okay. Let's see what we get with this main event, y'all. And we've been getting matches like this lately where they're just putting a team of baby faces, a team of heels, just to give some of these guys something to do. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be on the show. Oh, dang, Outrunners, who are you tanning people? Lord have mercy. They look so dark. Lord have mercy. Well, while this is going on for the next 30 minutes, Jay Militant says, I am mad I could have been at SmackDown last night since they were in Sacramento, where I live and close to the arena too. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I don't get a chance to hear about some of these things real late. Real late. I missed going to Austin about like 2 months ago. One of the shows that they were doing, one of the shows I went to was in Dallas for AEW. And then the next day they had Raw in Austin. I was like, if I don't know, and I would have made a U-turn and went over there. Oh, I'm so over it. Picture in picture with new. Lord have mercy, Brandon. I see FTR getting on that Outrunners train. Hope don't even go with this group. I don't care what anybody say. You don't go with them. Robert says, I agree, Jay Millie, but we done seen so many versions of the Undisputed Era. It's time to move on from it. No, I think he's gonna go back to that group. We'll see. He's just conflicted right now and obviously making the wrong choices in life. So we'll see, Kyle. We'll see. Well, I see a lot of comments here. Not happy about Queen Aminata, obviously. Not winning. Mr. Artizan says Serena Pants makes me want cotton candy. I can't stand cotton candy. I'm not a candy person, by the way. Not really. Not a candy person. Belly says Serena should have been in the title picture, but she ain't there. And you know what? If we take it back a few months, it looked like that's what they were going to do with Serena. But I feel like things died down with her. Belly says this match sounds like a bore already. Soraya rules. Mr. Aldays also said, "Where is Miro, bro? You tell me where's Miro." People are saying, and people are saying that he had asked for his release. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm gonna say this because like I don't do the dirt sheet shit. They for the past few weeks, but mainly this weekend, y'all been hearing a lot about Penta and Ray Phoenix already had signed with WWE and all that stuff. The same motherfuckers who went out there to go on and say that are the same ones who backtracked today talking about Lucha Brothers are still under contract with AEW. They won't be going anywhere anytime soon. You motherfuckers don't know. You just don't know. Just say y'all don't know. Y'all starting all this ruckus, but then y'all come on days later, like they always do, and backtrack on their comments. And it's just like y'all just putting shit out for clicks and shit. And then a few days later, y'all come back to say, well, that's not what's happening. Crazy. Crazy. When I think of the Lucha Brothers, though, I really do feel like they give that energy, like they like really, um, I don't know. I've always felt like they probably would have some loyalty to AEW, but they're free to go wherever they want to. To be honest with you, I personally wouldn't care. I believe that both companies have issue with the tag division anyway, so I don't know, if they were to join over there. So the thing is with Lucha Brothers is they are really great as a team, obviously, but they're great doing singles competition as well. I prefer Penta a little bit more than Ray Phoenix. He's very versatile and can work with anybody. That's what I love about Penta. So even if they don't get a chance to work as a team all the time, they can do things on their own. So that would be interesting to see how they would, work in somewhere like WWE. And everybody jokes like if they go to WWE, they're going straight to the LW. And if that happened, I'm done. I'm done. Look at Beast Mortos. Oh my god, he's so dreamy. Oh, oh, and y'all see my boy Beast Mortos putting in work. He was on Dynamite. He's on Collision. He was on Rampage. You see, he's booked and busy too. He's on all the shows, and that I can agree with Tony Khan. Oh, he missed them. Oh no. Beast, I would have made sure you landed on me. Well, here come Rouge. Real talk, Rouge and Beast Morthos would have make a good team too. Oh damn! Why did they think of that a little bit before? Now look, I don't mind the Beast Morthos with Undisputed Kingdom. I think he'll probably fit with them. But if I thought about it before, Rouge would have been great with Beast Morthos. And it's criminal that we don't see Rouge. Barely. Barely. Okay, the crowd making a little bit of noise for. Wait, hold on. Is that who are those people dressed up like Brandon Cutler? Unfortunately, in the crowd. Okay. This is the main event, right? Damn, it's 8:34. Okay. Oh no, 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 no. We're supposed to hear from Nigel, right? Something like that. Ew, Hook. Ugh. And like I was saying yesterday on the review, Hook, baby, you need to go out and get some matches under your belt in the indies. I don't want to say like he can't wrestle. It's not that. He's just not great in comparison to other people. And that's why I was saying I'm a little, I'm sort of intrigued to see what they're doing with Nick Wayne right now. He's really, really great. He's a young guy who does not mind not just, wrestling on TV for you guys here in AEW, but he does a lot of indie dates too. And when you're doing that, you out there grinding, you hear that all of that grinding in the indies, you get the experience, and that is what Hook lacks 100%. Oh, well, Roderick, did you see that? Did you see Hook giving him a baby chop? Like, come on. You got to put your back into it with these chops. He has a knee tattoo. Well, it's one of those things I never understand, knee tattoos. Oh my God. Great, Hook. You can do a variation of a suplex. What's new? What's new? Put the outrunners in. Ugh, Shivani, this is why I be muting your ass. Okay, Beast Martha's about that life. He gonna get in the ring. Take care of him, Roderick. Make sure he don't even make it a Grand Slam. We already got too many matches anyway. Oh, I'm over it. I'm over it. We don't really need all these breaks, to be honest with you. And we still got like a little over 20 minutes of the show. Very interesting. Jay Militant says that was the time, 99, just before Taker took off from injury. Yeah, he was injured during that time, but they kept him on TV, and then he was like, "Look, I gotta go. I don't got time for this. I don't got time for this." Let's see, where were we? Danny says, this show sucks tonight. Well, I mean, it's alright. It's alright. If anything, I think people are a little bit more interested in what's going to happen these next 2 weeks with Grand Slam, and then after that, the fifth anniversary of Dynamite. I think we only have like maybe one or two matches for the fifth anniversary show. So we'll see. We'll see. It'll get better. David says, your boys, Tati, the Outrunners. Yes, I love them. We love the Outrunners. David says, Roosh. He said, here comes the beast. Mr. All Days Off said, looks like one of those 90s Survivor Series teams where Taker with the U.S. flag. Oh, don't. Not the U.S. flag. I like to forget about that sometimes. Have they? You know what? That's so interesting because you guys know that I love to collect Taker figures. I'm surprised. I haven't seen this, but I'm surprised that they did not have a figure with that, or I could be wrong. With him open up the jacket and you see the American flag inside, I don't know if I would buy that, to be honest with you. I don't know. Miss David Bond says Tati TK makes you happy tonight. I mean, no, not really. Not after that first match. To be completely honest with y'all, I don't know. I don't know. I do appreciate them putting the Ring of Honor tag titles on, but God, I don't know. I don't know. Should have changed hands for sure. Mr. Alde's said there is only one room for one Ray and WWE, and his name is Ray Phoenix. Oh, hell no. Real Rally Sport is in the house. Says, hi, Tati. Hi, chat. Says, Beast Mortos is on every AEW show. Tati, crazy. I said on my YouTube video, Dynamite Rampage Collision. He is good. I agree. I agree. I don't know where things are gonna go in terms of that. I'm wondering if maybe some type of title opportunity will be coming for him. I did think that for a while I was wondering if they'll put him like with someone as a manager. And what it looks like is that he's probably joined the Undisputed Kingdom, maybe. If that's the case, I'm cool with it. We'll see how that all works out. But now that I'm seeing Roosh in this match, I was kind of like, damn, man, Roosh and Beast Mortos would have been a great force to have too. Because then you wouldn't really have to give Beast Mortos a manager. Roosh, Beast Mortos, I assume speak the same language, right? So at least Roosh could be doing the same talking. Could be doing the talking for the two of them. And then, it looks like Beast Mortos and Undisputed Kingdom might need a little translator. Okay, so we are going to still be hearing from Nigel after this, which is interesting because it makes me wonder. We're ending the show off with hearing from Nigel. Is somebody going to come out there? Danielson? Somebody? We'll see. The is this, they haven't been in the match the whole time. Huh? Oh, well, they're getting their TV time. I could appreciate that for the Outrunners. Turbo put in that word. Oh, oh, Lord. Oh my God. Hey, that mask gotta hurt. It gotta hurt. Oh, okay. Turbo putting in some work. Oh, oh, there they go with that hand. Okay. Oh my God, cameraman, we're gonna have to work on that a little bit. We're gonna have to work on the zoom in on that. Wouldn't you just feel intimidated by seeing these two guys at the gym? It might make you just turn around and go home. Oh, okay, everybody in the ring. Oh, mm. Tony Giovanni, apparently you can't count. Who is it? Well, I hear everybody cheering for Roosh, and he's not even in it. Oh, he calling him a joke. Oh no. Oh, let's go, Roderick. Let's wrap this up. Oh, all right. Oh, here come Rouge. Well, that's not looking good for you. Oh, what a oh Lord. Is that sweat just flying around like that? Okay, Rouge. Well, it's nice to see you. It's been a little bit. Okay, the last match he had was with what's his name that Shit. Preston Vance. Yes, that's the last match he had was on Collision with Preston. Which was for no reason because he did that match to prove himself to Don Callis, and since then we have not seen Bruce since, which is strange. Y'all hear that? Nigel said he's more than ready to get his hands on Danielson. Very interesting. Roderick, let's wrap this up. I need to hear about this little announcement that Nigel has. Okay, cutie referee Brandon, you better do your job. Oh, well, who is that in there? Oh, that's Truth. Oh, well, Truth prayers. Beast Mortals got tagged in. Well, oh, picture in picture. Is this like the fourth picture in picture during this match? Tony Khan, girl, what are we doing? What are we doing? But Beast Mortals. Oh my gosh, he's so dreamy. Yeah, I'm not feeling all these commercial breaks. It's wild, absolutely wild. Mr. Alde's said, "Where is everyone's fave Mercedes? I guess taking the night off or the whole week off. When's the last time we seen her? Like a week ago, I think." David Bond says, "I agree too. I'm waiting for Nigel and what he has to say." Mr. Alde's says, "Turbo." Oh, Sandman's in the house with the super chat. How are you, Sandman? How's it been going? Oh, I saw your clip, Sandman. Congratulations on the graduation. Mr. Alde's also congrats, Sandman. Saw your clip the other day. Sandman says thank you to Mr. Alde's off. David says, damn, nasty shotgun dropkick from Roosh. Mr. Alde's off says you're welcome. He said more people were saying congrats yesterday too, but you weren't on the chat. Well, we're still on picture in picture. Oh. I don't see Roderick hit like 50 backbreakers this match, and I don't see no wins. This match is dragging a little bit for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but it's dragging. I can appreciate y'all trying to give everybody a little bit of TV time. Hmm. What the hell, Mr. Harley? Sandman says, I appreciate the love, y'all. And Mr. Harley said, I figured you were out celebrating at a freak off, minus Diddy. Oh my god. The whole Diddy situation. Actually, I saw the video TMZ put out of how they caught him. I guess it was walking into a hotel or whatnot. And they were just waiting. And I'm just to be honest, I wonder what took so long to even get to this point. And I have to say this that this is gonna open a whole can of worms of all the other celebrities and people that are involved. Same thing with the whole Vince McMahon thing, which I'm waiting for too. That comes out on Wednesday, the Vince McMahon documentary. When that case picks up again, whatever is going on with that case, I'm not sure. Y'all gonna be hearing a lot more other names. So we'll see. Oh, FTR. Oh my god, I'm so over it. Hook, go sit your ass down. Uh, mm, mm. Okay, so Roderick Strong and Hook, they gonna fight all the way to the back. We're not even gonna see them for the rest of the night. I already know it. They always do shit like this. Why is Cash Wheeler just throwing Beast Mortos around like that? Okay, Rusha and Dax, Uncle Dax. Um, oh, Shadow Machine. Not today. Come on, Beast Mortos. Oh no. Oh, Beast Mortos. Oh, he's perfect. Um, Rush, let's wrap this up. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. My boys might win. Hold on. Oh, you get the homes, bitch. All right, come on. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. What? They won? Oh, oh, oh. Well, that little tag team action at the end really made me feel like I want to see Rush and Big Smartos. Tony Khan, make a girl's fantasy come true. I was worried. I was worried for a second, but they won. Oh, okay. So that's interesting because Nigel just said that he's sure that Don Callis is impressed. Okay. Huh. I must be missing something about that group. We'll see. Look at Beast Mortos growling at us. Oh Lord. He's so dreamy. Oh, that's why DMD is gonna be at the 5th anniversary. They over there in Pittsburgh, man. Okay. All right, let's see. We about got 7 minutes left of the show. Serena Deeb. Well. Mm-mm. Well, Serena said she want to go against DMD. They go well. Um. So is that what we doing? Every other match she's winning? I don't know. I don't know. Well, Shivani is sitting at the table by his damn self. So Nigel probably in the ring. All right, we're waiting. Oh, okay. Well, here's Nigel. The announcement. Uh-huh. The American Coward. Oh my god. Oh. Clam digger. Damn. The American Coward. Oh. Mhm. Okay. Oh. What is Shivani doing here? Oh my god. The fuck? Shivani, nobody asked you for your opinion. Nigel, whoop his ass, please. What? What are we doing here? Nigel, stomp his ass out. Oh, who the fuck cares, Shivani? Sit your ass down. Do it. Knock his head off. Shit, I'll do it. Somebody gonna come out. Well, mm. Oh, the final chapter. Oh, Nigel, I was listening. What you mean nobody was listening? I was listening. Oh. Well, Nigel, if he refused to answer the challenge, you could pull up to his house. Oh, all right, Nigel. Brian fears Nigel. People are just hoping that Brian would just come out, or Willie Yuta or somebody. Oh, hey, well, y'all heard Nigel, because if God ain't answering, the devil's gonna have to answer. We shall see what ends up happening. Well, um, well, like I said, if Brian is not pulling up, just go to his house. Go to his house. That's usually how we settle things in the hood. They don't come out when they said to come out. You know where he lives. Pull up. If you're gonna have to embarrass him in front of his family, and it is what it is, whether it's in the ring or not. Very interesting way to end the show. I don't necessarily think it was bad, but I feel like the crowd did not respond positively. Um, it felt so. I don't know. Shivani getting involved and just being a fucking loser here. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. Here's the issue for me is that they've had this rivalry since the beginning of time, and the thing is that a lot of people are not familiar with Nigel and Danielson's history. So, in a situation like this, where you're here in front of a crowd and you're ending off the show with this type of segment, and majority of the people cannot connect to it. So, what do? They have Shivani dumbass come out there praising the gospel of Brian Danielson, and honestly, I don't really feel like that worked. That right there, I ain't like it. I ain't like that. So I don't know. We'll end up seeing what happened. I Shivani beating it, I think, was an overkill for me. An overkill for me. For anybody, so I do know that on YouTube they do have. I don't know if it's the whole thing, but they aired. I believe it was like part one of Nigel and Danielson's feud. I don't know if the whole thing is in it, but the whole thing is on the Honor Club. If anybody has that, the whole thing's on there. And I feel like, damn, I wish they could have digged in more into that feud to, because I don't think have they. Well, actually, on Dynamite, I think, or maybe the week before, they show a couple of clips. But for me, it was just like, why are we? I don't know if they would. That's why I said if they would have took this, save it for Wrestle Dream, they would have had more time to show the audience what's going on between the two of them, if that makes sense. I don't think enough people actually know how big of a deal it is between those two guys to end up locking up at some point. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But Shivani in this, I'm done. I'm done. I think they kind of ruined it for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Mr. Aldeas says, speaking of dragon, Bailey and Naomi, the wagon dragons. What the what the hell? David Bond says, wow, they hushed the crowd. Mr. Aldeas says, damn. David says, it sounds like it. Mr. Odessa said, Tony, show us Devani. What the fuck? I'm done. David says, Brian fears Nigel. Mr. Odessa says, Nigel is the only commentator who still remembers his wrestling ability now that he's in a suit. That's what I've been saying. It's not just commentators too. Adam Pearce and them. What is going on? Just because y'all general managers, commentators, whatever the situation is, if somebody step up to you, you gonna get catch these hands. I don't give a damn what my position is in this company. Crazy, absolutely crazy. David says 16 years in the making. Absolutely. David said, "Damn, he told him left my ass off." Mr. Aliza says Brian never came out once to confront him. I think that's what a lot of people. Yeah, this whole thing. Oh, okay. Well, that's another thing too. Since the whole thing has happened, since Brian won the title, when did he say he wanted to fight Brian? Well, obviously that was after All In. Now, here's the thing. It's kind of coming off as a one-sided beef for those who are not familiar with their feud, which is kind of crazy. Since Nigel has got to AEW, is nonstop him throwing jabs at Danielson on commentary or whatever. And I'm sure fans have probably paid attention to that, whether or not they know the history between the two of them. But since Nigel has come back to the ring, it does seem like a one-sided beef because Danielson has never confronted him since. Danielson, I don't even think, no, Danielson has never even confronted him, knowing all the shit Nigel was talking about him on commentary. He's never even confronted him, even in those times. So it comes off like a one sided beef type of situation. So I don't know. I'm over it. Over it. David says the final chapter, the end of an era. David says, right, Mr. Aldi's off. Mr. Aldi's also said Nigel versus Brian once in a lifetime. Bring out Flo Rider and MJ. No, hell no. You know what? It's so funny you mentioned that Flo Rider. I think we was talking about it the other day. Flo Rider was that artist when I realized, okay, WWE is going mainstream. Once he was involved, his music was involved, I was like, all right, well, that's it. That's it. David Bond says the eyes tell the story. Fletcher don't came out from God knows where to let us know he not feeling that ending. He said, what the fuck was that ending? Mr. Ollie's off is laughing. Fletcher says Shivani and Nigel's segment was what the fuck. I did not like that. I agree. David said it goes back to Ring of Honor. Fletcher says, blah, blah, blah. I have 5 decades of this business. Yeah, brother, that's why it's time to retire. Ooh. No comments. No comments on that. Fletcher says at this point, the match won't happen and it will drag for Wrestle Dream. Moxley and Darby would have some wild ending. That's possible. I do think that is a well. They don't necessarily. I know they're making it seem like there's a possibility that it would happen. Personally, I hope that it doesn't happen next week. I do. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Fletcher said, "Can't Serena Deeb cut a good promo? I don't like her promos either." David Bond said, "Fletcher, I'm looking at Wrestle Dream 2. Mr. Eldazov said they had a Little Wayne at WrestleMania 40 and was terrible performing before Jay Uso's entrance. Can't believe he thought he could perform at the Super Bowl. Oh, well. Now I've been hearing people talk about that too. Personally, I do think it's a big deal to be able to perform. Um, whatever the situation is, people are not happy about it. Personally, I liked him. I thought he was okay. I know I don't know what he's been doing these past few years. So if he has anything new or whatever, I personally don't know. I know he's one of those legends in the rap game or whatnot. So I can see why people would like for him to be performing at the Super Bowl, but guess they're not interested. So we shall see. All right, you guys. Well, we made it to the end of the comments. Damn, y'all a little quiet tonight. A little quiet tonight. I'm not gonna lie. That ending, I don't know. I don't know. The Shivani thing kind of ruined it for me. I think we could have did much better. I think a lot of people was anticipating Brian to come out, somebody to come out, something. And I'm okay with nobody coming out, but Shivani of all people, done. Absolutely done. Doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Whatever. David Bond said, you solo and you did a good. Well, once in a while I'll come on here and do solo. That's how I started off doing these things solo, whatnot. So, but I do have some people that will be joining me for the next few weeks. So y'all be seeing some familiar faces, some new faces, trying to get a whole schedule for you guys in terms of having streamers streaming with me. Fletcher says Lucha Bros are still in AEW. Fletcher, we already knew that. You and I knew that. I don't know about anyone else, but we already knew that. Very interesting. Very interesting. All these rumors and whatever. Um, you know, I don't even bet a eyelash when it comes to these things. What Tati Sokoa? She's adding to the bloodline. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Man, I wish it ended a little stronger. I really do. If I had known Shivani would have been involved in this foolishness, then this could have been before the main event. For real, for real. Didn't care for this at all. All right, you guys. Well, we've made it to the end of the chant. I might as well find something to do. Fletcher, our show is coming on tonight. I know you're ready. I know you're ready. Definitely ready to see from season 3. Other than that, I will be back on Wednesday for Grand Slam. That's a big show, y'all. I'm not sure who's going to be joining me yet. I'm still talking to a few people, trying to get some people to join and come up with a schedule. But we'll see what ends up happening with that. Oh, Fletcher, you said you wanted to know what time it is. Well, it's still the 21st here in the US. Um, I don't actually see a time, to be honest with you. I'm looking it up right now. Okay. So it's 12 a.m. Oh, 12 a.m. Pacific time. So 3 a.m. my time, which is literally just about 6 hours away from now. So I'm not sure what time it is in Portugal, but 6 hours from now is when it'll come on. That is interesting. I knew it, like somewhere um in between that time. So interesting. So about 6 hours away. So I know by that time, Fletcher, you will have to be up anyway. I'm gonna have to stay up until the middle of the night and check this out. We'll see. Robert says, reminder, Nurse Tati, your flirting gonna get you in trouble. I like trouble, Robert. I do. I don't mind getting to trouble. You hear that, Beast Mortos? I need a lawyer. Bailey says, thank you to the Tati taker. Mr. Aldezon says, what you doing for well, I still don't know. I did want to review it, but I don't know if the whole thing comes out in one day or if this is like a release one episode at a time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because that's the same day of Grand Slam, which is on Wednesday, which is interesting. So I'm gonna have to look that up and see what's happening. Fletcher says 6 hours. It comes out when I'm having my breakfast. Oh man, this is gonna be a great episode. I binge watched both seasons, so it's gonna be interesting having to wait every week for a new episode. So there's one thing that sucks about it, but it should be great. David said I need to watch that documentary. I am so interested to see what they did with this. I really am. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go live for that because if that's the case, then we'll be on like all fucking day and then go live again for a Grand Slam. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Robert says WWE and AEW going to be competing. Well, it doesn't come out at a specific time though, right? They just release it on that day and then people just see it, right? Something like that. At least with Netflix. Netflix don't release things at like a specific time to air. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Fletcher says From is back. Mr. Always also said they got some documentary with Demi Lovato called Child Star that people have been talking about. Oh, I saw a post about it, but I didn't know it had already came out. I'll probably check that out. Mr. Aldezov said, LOL, I don't think Vince is with WWE. Isn't this independent from WWE? Personally, I don't know, and I'm assuming that it is. But whatever happens with this, people will always associate Vince McMahon with WWE anyway. So whatever ends up coming out on this documentary, it's still gonna feel like whatever's happening is affiliated with WWE. So it don't even really matter, to be honest. Well, that depends on what information comes out because it kind of looked like you guys saw that they had like some, legends and WWE superstars on the trailer. It kind of felt like this was going to be them just talking about Vince McMahon and his influence on pro wrestling and all that stuff. But then again, they better put those information out from the lawsuit and all that other stuff. So, whatever the situation is, whether he's part of the company or not, is still not going to be a good look for WWE currently. Robert says Britt Baker got problems with the whole roster from MJF, Thunder Rosa, Jamie Hayter, and even Mariah May. Well, like I said, if you got problems, solve it in the ring. Solve it in the ring. Mr. Aldezal said the first episode will be about his childhood. I bet. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Fletcher says it's gonna be biased as well. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I can't say I have great hopes about it, but it should be better than that fake ass documentary that Vice did like 2 years ago or whatever. It was absolutely garbage. There was like no new information, nothing at all. But we'll see how that ends up turning out because you already know Netflix got that whole thing with um, having Monday Night Raw over there, so it could be biased. Could be biased. We'll see. All right, you guys. Well, we've made it to the end. Well, there's always more. There's always more. Robert says I heard Britt Baker not only allegedly slept with Christian Cage, Adam Copeland, Tony Khan, even Orange Cassidy. What the fuck? That sounds like desperation to me. Wait, what? What? Tony Khan. Robert, baby, where you getting your news from? Orange Cat. Now, hold on now. I haven't been with a man in like 2 years, but Orange Cassidy it won't be it. I know that. Very interesting, Robert. Mr. Aldez said Rhonda was talking about Dark Side of the Ring. She's a fan. She should check out your reviews. Yeah, I started following her. We gonna get something going. We're gonna get something going. Let you guys know about that soon. Fletcher said, I love oh wait, hold on. I'd love if they talk about Vince and Snooker. If they talk about, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. If they don't talk about those type of things, then it's shit. It's shit. We'll see. I doubt it. Nobody talks about that though. Nobody talks about Vince and Jimmy Snuka. Mr. Aldezon said Robert got that from David Valentine News. Oh hell no. Ballet says TK Britt Baker, the real orange punch. Oh Lord. Ew. That's actually gross. But wait a minute, and I felt like at least up until very recently, like what seemed like the past 2 months that she had been with Adam Cole what seems like this entire time. So where did she have time to sleep with all those people? What? Christian Cage, Adam Copeland just got here. What are we talking about? Robert, you watching BCC News or whatever it's called, BBC News? Oh my God. Well, I just said DMT got bored with Adam video gamer Cole. That is crazy. Doesn't she play video games too? I don't mind like dating somebody who played video games. I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I think it could get to a point where somebody could be obsessed with something. Like I don't know if the trash ain't been put out or the house is a mess, you ain't paying no bills or whatever like that because you're too busy playing video games. Now that's a problem. But it's not just video games. Like people can get obsessed with other things and not take care of their priorities or whatever. But I thought Brit played too. I could be wrong, to be honest with y'all. Anyway, I think really what it was um not everybody, well, I can't say specifically in their case, but what I kind of thought it was that people they get injured, they get sick or whatnot, And remember the co-concussion thing or whatever, that all that stuff was back to back. I don't know if they officially broke up. That's the thing. Um, he posted something like a month ago about how he was leaving the PA area to go to Florida, or maybe the other way around, whatever situation was. And he said he was going alone. So since he had posted that, people had assumed that they were broken up. I personally don't care, but when I saw her the other day using the Panama Sunrise, I was like, Lord have mercy, she's still with him. She's still with him. So honestly, I'm not sure. But I was thinking if that would have happened, he had back to back injuries pretty close. And I'm real tall. A lot of people not equipped to be taking care of people. For real, for real. That causes issues in relationships when you find out like the person that you're with, they probably can't, they're not what is that word I'm looking for, that whole in sickness and health situation where it's like, okay, well now I got to be the bigger person and take care of the person in the relationship who's not doing so well. Some people just not into that, so I don't know. Fletcher says Adam Copeland, what about Beth? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Adam Copeland, I don't know. Christian, I know he had issues with his wife, but that was a couple of years ago. I think he's divorced already. So I mean, maybe. But Orange Cassidy, Tony Khan, uh. Let me see. Fletcher says maybe they broke up because she used his move. Robert says, Devontae Rackley, where who is Devontae? You got the hood news. Hmm. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see Adam Copeland. If anybody's gonna be on somebody's list, Adam Copeland, I don't see it. And he just got there. He just got there. That I don't know about that. But who is Devontae though? He work at AEW? Mr. Aldez also said, till death do our parts, baby. What the fuck? Very interesting. Very interesting. Because I've been, well, I don't want to say I've been in that situation. Um so what happened with me, reason why I left my relationship, I was with that person for 7 years. What happened with me was my mom had passed away in 2020, and the person I was with was extremely unsupportive about it. And what was so interesting was when his father had passed away, I was trying to be so caring and understanding about the situation. Like, I obviously, when you're with somebody, you feel hurt that they're hurt about something, and you're trying to, sympathize with the situation, and you try to go a little bit out your way to make sure that a person is okay. But when that happened to me, when my mom had passed away, what I ended up doing was I moved to New York for a little bit to take care of her. All my siblings and I, we all came together to take care of my mom. And like 6 weeks later, she ends up passing away. And my partner at the time didn't want to have nothing to do with me grieving over losing my mom. And it's like as if he was offended by me grieving. Like, he hated it. And like, there's times where, let's say I didn't cook or something, then he gets upset and he'd be like, you got to get over the whole thing about losing your mom or whatnot. Because he felt like because I was grieving that I wasn't taking care of him. And I was at that point where it's just like, bro, like, my mind is fucked up right now. And you're wondering why I am not cooking for you. And we got to the point where he was really upset because it was Mother's Day, and he didn't even say happy Mother's Day to me, but he was upset because he wanted me to go say Happy Mother's Day to his mom. And then he just came into the room and he goes, your mom died almost 2 years ago, get over it, or else we're not going to work out. And I said, see ya, that's it. And haven't looked back since. What can I do at that point? You try to be supportive when someone is going through something, and you're trying to be supportive, whether it's your friend, a partner, whatever the situation is. You cannot actually think that someone's going to do the same for you. You know what I mean? Um, When his father passed away, I was like, hey, you know what? I'll pay for the plane so you can go to Chicago and go to the funeral, blah, blah, blah. Like, I tried to be super supportive, but it got to the point where, like, the one time that I actually cried about losing my mom, he just looked at me and he's like, can you go to the other room? I'm trying to sleep. And I was just like, I'm done. Like, this is just so crazy to me. Like, how people, they want you to be supportive when they're in a situation, and then when you are going through that same thing, they don't know how to deal. And that's a issue in a lot of relationships, that what you put in, your partner don't put in as well. And for me at that point, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. So done. All I wanted was just someone to be supportive, and I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. So it was what it was, and it's over. I've been happy, and yeah, time to time he'll call and wonder if we can get back together, and I'm just like, no, you're the same person. You're the same person. I would never even think about that at all. So I'm better off, just being alone by myself. Be smart. Those, if you need somebody to come and take care of you, give me a call. But it's much better this way to be on my own. But that's what I was saying. Like, when it came to the situation with Britt and Adam, I was wondering if it had something to do with him being injured, because now it's like you found yourself again kind of being a nurse again. And a lot of people, they don't like being in that situation where it's like they're being held back because someone that they're with, or a family member or whatever. Man, there's people that the first thing they'll do is put their parents in a fucking nursing home before they take care of their parents. You know what I mean? And then they don't know how to deal with those type of situations. And I can understand it could be hard, because like I've been there. My mom had cancer, and I knew it was going to be a matter of time before she had passed away. And it was really traumatizing to go through taking care of somebody, regardless of what it is, injury or illness or whatnot. And that's really tough. It's really, really tough. I don't know, when I think about it, I just think like I dodged a bullet. Absolutely dodge a bullet. What really was like so horrible in the situation for me was that I just felt like I had nobody to talk to. And this is why I started doing my channel, was because when I felt so alone and had no one to talk to, I that's when I had got into AEW, like really heavily into the AEW back in 2021, and that was kind of helping with my depression during the time. And that was my way to kind of take me out of the darkness for a little bit, watching wrestling and whatnot. And then my partner, who was with me at the time, he didn't like wrestling, and even though he saw like me watching wrestling was helping, for just helping me even for the time being, he didn't want me to talk to him about wrestling or anything. So I came on YouTube to do reviews, to talk about wrestling, just to um I guess just feel good in that moment or whatnot. So that's why I started doing the channel, because I wanted to feel better by talking about something that I actually love. Somebody I knew, somebody, even if it's just two of y'all in here listening, that's all that mattered to me, because I had no one else to listen to me. So it worked out. It worked out. I ended up working out, but situations like that is reasons why, like, in terms of relationship, I'm not so keen to find another relationship right now in my life, because I dealt with people like not being supportive, and like, how could you love me and not be supportive of what I'm doing? I could not get this person to watch one video of anything that I was doing. And when he finally watched one of my videos, his complaint was, I hate when you have your hair down. And I was just like, "Oh my god," like, that was the only thing he had to say, not, "Oh, I like your video," nothing, 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 just criticizing how I look, and I was just like, "Man, I'm just so done, so done." So, I'm at that point where it's just like, whatever, I just wanna surround myself with people who support what it is that I do, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Robert says Christian Cage is divorced. Mr. Aldezon said, "Where is Swerve selling injuries?" Well, you know what? I thought he said he was taking a break, or somebody said that on commentary. the other day. That's exactly what happened with the last match that he had with Hangman. Hangman took the break and then Swerve kept going. So we're pretty much doing that at this point. I don't think he's selling injuries though. Like I was saying earlier, there was like some sneaker convention and Swerve had released his shoes there. I don't know if y'all seen anything about it, but he did post it today on X. Fletcher said, restoring his house, brother. Robert says Christian Cage and Adam Copeland tag teaming backstage. Oh hell no, bro. What the fuck? David Bond says, "Oh wow, Tati." Mr. Aldazar said, "Damn, what a bad partner." Yeah, yeah, you know. Fletcher says, "Damn." David Bond says, "Right, Tati." Mr. Aldazar said, that's super horrible. He said, is he the dad of your kid? No. The unfortunate thing about that is the person I had my child with is even worse than that person that I just had my last relationship with. Y'all don't want to know the horrors of that. So I'm not quick to get into relationships because y'all niggas, a lot of y'all ain't shit anyway. I got pro wrestling that makes me happy, so I'm good on that. Robert says, even though this story about your mom's, for my condolences. Oh yeah, thank you, man. It's been rough, and it's still rough. It doesn't get easy, you know. I, I'm at the point where like I'm still depressed about it, but right now. So long story short, I didn't do the live streams, a couple live streams this week because like depression, y'all it really it can affect you in many different ways. And sometimes like I'm at the point where I'm so depressed that like I can't talk. So that was the reason why I didn't do the live streams because I just couldn't talk. So it was what it was. Some days to get over it, some days it's whatever. My biggest issue with being depressed is that I have insomnia. My doctor wants me to take medicine so that I can sleep, but I told her I didn't want to be dependent on that type of shit. So I'm gonna have to work on that naturally. We'll see what happens with that. Mr. Holidays all said, "We got your back, Tati. Thank you. I appreciate that." Fletcher says, "Queen Tati deserves better." Yes, I do. Mr. Odizal said, "A queen without a king." Well, that does happen. Happens. Fletcher said, "DMD, first thing I noticed about her return was that she lost a ton of weight. Maybe she had depression due to the relationship issues with Cole." That is too. Yeah, I did think she lost some weight too. She only had like two matches when she came back. She had one of those matches. God knows who that was. I think it was Harley Cameron, something like that. And then the match at the pay per view with DMD, people were saying that that was the worst match of the pay per view, and I didn't think that was true. At least not for me. I thought she did okay. Um, Probably not what you remember her for in terms of like y'all know like she's obviously had the title. She was a big fucking deal for quite some time, especially before Jamie Hayter ended up taking the title herself. So it's something about it is lacking for me with DMD, but we'll see what happens when she come back. She's going against Serena Deeb. I wish I could say I was happy to see that, but we'll see. Belly says very difficult after you take care of your loved one for years and then they called home. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I spent my whole life seeing my mom being so healthy and when that situation happened, honestly, I don't know what would have happened. She decided that she didn't want to do chemo anymore. She kept doing it because she said that she wanted to pull through for my siblings and I. And one day I just called her and I said, "Mom, you don't have to tell the others because I'm the oldest." So I was like, "Mom, you don't have to tell the others, but if you don't want to do this anymore, you don't want to do chemo, you don't want to do more treatment, you want to just go, let me know." And she said she wanted to go, and I said, "All right, I'll talk to everybody else, and we're just gonna have to let it happen." It was a bitter pill for everybody to swallow, but that's her decision because I don't know what it's like to have cancer. I don't know. Um, like what it does to you, not just mentally, but like physically. And this is why like it's been so challenging for me with being depressed about it for so long. I know my mom passed away in 2020, but for me, it was a very traumatic experience because when someone is near death, you actually see them die or get closer to death every day. I used to walk past my mom's room and just watch her chest go up and down just to make sure every single time. It's tough. It's really tough. And I try not to think about it, but you know, very traumatic experience for me. I don't think I will ever get over it. So, I know there's another content creator right now who I'm close to who's going through the same thing. I'm not going to say their names, but I let them know that whatever it is that you're doing to take care of that person, just know that they're extremely grateful for you to be there, because so many people, their parents, their siblings, whatever it is, they don't want to have nothing to do with it. They rather turn a blind eye and just let you go. And for me, I couldn't do it for my mom. I couldn't. I Whatever my mom asked me to do, I did it for her. Even when she said, like, oh, when I passed away, she didn't want her ex-husband to be at the funeral. She told me that. And when he pulled up to the funeral, I said, if I see you here for another second, we throwing hands. And even if it is at my mom's funeral, my mom said she didn't want you here. People were very upset at me, talking about, like, oh, Tati, you're making a scene at a funeral. Your mom wouldn't want that. I said, that's exactly what my mom told me to do. She don't want him in here, and I am doing whatever she asked me to do. It was a big deal. I didn't care what anybody thought about me at the moment. I just did whatever she asked me to do. And that's just what it was. So if you know anybody who's going through something, even when you feel like you can't offer much, sometimes just kind words is all somebody needs. So it's tough. It's really tough. Everybody is going through something, even when it seems like they're not. Um, there's always something. There's always something. And for me, I'm straight edge, so I don't drink. I don't do drugs of any kind to help me feel better about my situation. I literally sit down and watch wrestling, and I feel like I'm at peace. That's what works for me. Bally said, nitpicking, a shame. Mr. Aldazal said, and look at you. You created a little community with your YouTube, A Leap of Faith. I told Leo it was odd watching AEW without you last one. I know it feels so weird because honestly, I have never taken a break from the live streams. Well, I did for the Ring of Honor. Something came up last second, so I couldn't make it. But in terms of the AEW stuff, it's been 9-10 months since I've been doing these live streams and I haven't taken a break. So I know it was a little bit weird. Switch is in the house. He says, so glad to see another wrestling fan. Keep doing you. Thank you. I appreciate it. David Bond said, and that's what we are doing. We're supporting each other throughout the channel, and we're continuing supporting you, Tati. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Jim Milton said, what's this? I hear AEW pay-per-views are going to Max in 2025. I heard the same thing too. If that's the case, like I said, we tired of spending this $50 every month, Tony Khan. Fletcher said, Tati, have you watched Interview with a Vampire? I did not. I'm watching Tales from the Crypt right now. I was watching that until From came back on, which is going to be on a couple of hours. So we'll see what ended up happening with that, because I do want to watch that show too. Switch says, I just started following you. Do you review WWE? Well, the pay-per-views, yes. And then when we do our live streams, we talk about all wrestling. So in terms of WWE, King Leo, Martina, and Nick, all my other friends, they do the WWE stuff. But I'm still watching. And if you want to talk about WWE, I'm all cool with y'all posting whatever about it on the chat. Fletcher says, we get it, Tati. You're just human like us. We're still here. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Aldazal said, you were going hard each week. You deserve a break. I think Leo said he's due for a break soon, too. Mm-hmm. David Bond said, me too, Tati. I lost my mom in 2008. And I always say this, like, it could have happened God knows how long ago, and it could still affect you the same. So it's very interesting. And like my mom and I, we weren't super close either. We butt heads a lot. She was like the super Christian lady who was just like everything about God, and I'm the complete opposite. And man, we butt heads a lot. a lot, but obviously I loved my mom more than anything. Let's see. Ballet says, actually, I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I, for whatever reason, I was obsessed with the name Delilah. And she calls me, she goes, I know you're not going to call my granddaughter Delilah. If you open the Bible to wherever, whatever, it talks about Samson and Delilah. I was like, oh, Lord. She convinced me not to. She convinced me not to. Do, 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 do. Mr. Aldi's also says, sorry to hear that, David. Fletcher says, sorry, DMD and Tony Khan, I can't. That one, I don't believe. Even Orange Cassidy, I don't believe, but I don't know. I don't know. Jay Milton said, F cancer. I lost my dad to it in 2011. Yeah, sucks. Absolutely sucks. David Bond said, facts, Fletcher. Mr. Aldi's off said, truth. Ballet says, our mother was in remission for over a decade and it came back with a vengeance. Yeah, that thing is no joke. I think my mom was in remission for, I want to say it was less than 2 years. It had to have been less than 2 years. Let's see. Robert says, no matter what, Tati, I'm with you, girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. David Bond said, thanks, Ballet. It took some time for me to move on, and all I can do is smile. Ballet says, I'm still in the fog. We took care of her for years. Jay Militant says, I watched my mom have a stroke right in front of me in 1999. She was still living, but it still affects me to the day. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Seeing those types of things could be traumatic for people. So that was the issue for me, was seeing my mom. She looks so different. Like, they changed physically. Um, Mentally, she wasn't the same either. Sometimes I'm like, she look at me, and I just know she's not all there. Um, she was forgetting our names. Sometimes she would even argue with us about things like that's not even going on. And like, it's a huge situation where it's like, it's really hard. You don't know how to deal with it until you're dealing with it. And even when you're dealing with it, you don't even know how to deal with it, you know? And it's tough. Daisu's in the house. He said, oh, he said, I live with cancer. Oh no, Daisu, I did not know that. Oh wow, Daisu, I had no idea. That must be rough. Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. Fletcher says, my condolences. Jay Militant says, I take care of my mom now. Daisu says, a rare form of it. Are you okay, Daisu? Oh man, that sucks. Robert says, not sure if you remember this, Tati. Not to take all the credit, but I suggest, yeah, Robert, I think you were one of the first people who suggests for me to go live. I was just chicken shit, so it took me a while to get to that point. Jay Militant says, Tati, have you seen Abigail on Peacock? Um, Abigail. Abigail? Is that a movie? Oh, you know what I thought you were talking. Never mind. I thought you were talking about Agatha. I was about to say she ain't no vampire. Yeah. So no, I have not seen it, but thank you for reminding me, because I saw like a trailer or something of it, but I couldn't remember the name. And I think that's the movie I was looking for. Since I got Peacock for just WWE PLEs, I might as well pull that up. Um, let's see. Ballet says, "What's cracking? Condolences to you and your family." Robert says, I'm sorry, Dicey. Prayers for you, my brother. Hopes they get better. Let's see. Mr. Olizov said, yeah, going live was a game changer. Oh, absolutely. It was a game changer for me. Doing the reviews did help me, but I think doing the live streams helped a little bit more. Well, for my channel, but like for me, I feel better when I'm, watching with you guys. But other than that, I'll probably drag my daughter to the couch and force her to watch, and she could care less, to be honest with you. Let's see. Jay Milton said, "Thank you, ballet." Robert says, "Tati skips my Britt Baker and Cody Rhodes." Cody Rhodes. I didn't see that comment, but Cody Rhodes and Britt Baker. Did Britt ever have a match in WWE? Or am I tripping? Am I thinking about somebody else? Maybe I could be thinking about someone else. Um, but Cody Rhodes, man, nobody worried about Cody Rhodes. Oh hell no. Sometimes I think Brandy's crazy, but whatever. They can have each other. Mr. Aldazal said Delilah. Oh man, I really did love that name. I really did. I don't know what it was, but my mom convinced me, and I didn't think she would convince me because it took her like a good month or so, to convince me. So I ended up naming my daughter Genevieve, and I guess that was better. Nobody actually ever know how to spell it, but that's a weird thing because I feel like it's not really difficult, but people never really know how to read it or spell it. So, yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. Once my daughter starts to learn how to read and write, it's gonna take me forever to get her to learn how to spell it. But it didn't take long, not long. Let's see. Mr. Holidays also said breakups are rough to get over. Oh man, it was easy for me. Easy for me in terms of I was able to disconnect with the person because I was just like, to be honest, I do kind of feel stupid that I let things happen. I let the relationship go a little bit longer than it should have. Like, as soon as I started to see like how he was really behaving towards me during that time, that I should have just cut the plug. But like I was so depressed, like that was the worst of my depression during that time where there was times where I just didn't even couldn't comprehend what was going on in my own relationship. So, he was able to get maybe like another year out of me before I was like this, I'm done. I'm done. Ballet says, being here on the live streams helps me in many ways. You'll never know how much. I could imagine. Before I started doing live streams, there was this other guy who just talks about like I don't even know how to really what it is, but we just like kind of build a community just talking about like celebrity news, gossip, and stuff like that. And that was during the pandemic, which was around the time that I lost my mom too. And just hearing other people on live stream, sometimes I never even get on the chat, and just hearing other people talking and just having a good time, it does help. And you never know like who's listening to you and what they get out of what it is that you're doing. So that is true. Mr. Aldi Thompson, I saw Abigail in theaters that with that guy who looks like Mac Miller who died. Who y'all talking about? Who was in that movie? And he said, well, technically they both died. Let's see. Who's in that movie though? Is that a movie that came out recently and it's now on Peacock, or is this like an older movie? Let's see. David said, Mr. All Days Off, I know the feeling. I broke up with my ex-wife and it's been very rough. Oh yeah. So another thing I was gonna say was it was easy for me to disconnect from that person, but it was still a little difficult because I was so used to like you with somebody for 7 years, you're used to of how life is with somebody, and then now it's completely different where it's like it's not just because me not being with him was also me not being with his kids too because he had three daughters, and I loved them very much too, and I had to let them go too, unfortunately, and that sucks and that does hurt. But I don't. That's the part that really hurt because I bonded with his kids too. So I don't know. I looked at them like they were my own too, and I appreciated them being part of my life during that time. And let's see. Jay Militant said that movie was good. Valley says, Daisu, you are in my prayers. My heart is with you. Mr. All Days Off said, sorry to hear that David Bond gonna get married again one day or divorce scaring you off. That's why a lot of people they don't end up getting divorced either or whatnot. Cause I know being divorced kind of make things a little bit more messier, but I think it could still hurt probably just as much whether if you're divorced or not. Because if you're with somebody, especially for a long time, and whatever issues come up, it still hurts. Let's see. Jay Militant says, I want to say that Britt Baker had a match on NXT. I could have sworn I seen her. Maybe I'm trying to think if it was SmackDown or Raw or something, but like one of those situations. Because there's a lot of girls that y'all see in AEW, like Chris Statlander. I remember her being on there. Shit, my mind went blank. Y'all already know Serena Deeb was on there. Serena Deeb, I think she had a good run with CM Punk and Luke Gallows and them. I thought she was great. She look if y'all don't remember Serena D being part of Straight S Society. She looks like the same, but so different at the same time. If y'all go back and look at some of those clips, to be honest, I don't even remember her having any matches. That part I don't remember, but I remember her being in the group. Let's see. David Bond says, Daisu, you're in my prayers. Robert says, Britt Baker, the reason Cody Rhodes left AEW. Oh, Britt and Brandy had problems backstage, and Tony took Britt's side. Interesting. Well, I never heard that it had anything to do with Britt, to be honest. I figured um things weren't working out with Cody and the company. Maybe like I guess I thought it was always that maybe like creative differences or something where the company was going one way and maybe he had other thoughts for the company. And then remember the time that he left was around the time the crowd just didn't give a fuck no more. They didn't give a fuck about Cody Rhodes no more. And like you could tell he's the obvious baby face, but it was just like the crowd was over it. And that's the difference between the AEW crowd and the WWE crowd. The WWE crowd, they probably tired of Cody Rhodes too, but they're not gonna do him like the AEW crowd did. They won't. They don't got the balls to do that, unfortunately. Because if they did, Paul Levesque and them was gonna have to really try to figure out like what could they do to get a better run out of Cody Rhodes at this point. David says, I'm going to get married again one day. I'm currently dating a friend and we're taking it slow. Oh, absolutely. Take it slow. No rush. No rush. Like a lot of people are just take it slow. I always say you can know someone your whole life and not truly know them. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. You get to know what they want you to know. And that's kind of scary, to be honest. Ballet says, I want to see Abigail. Mr. Alexander said, Angus Cloud is the guy who died in Abigail. He was on Euphoria. Why does that sound familiar? I'm going to look this up. I might end up watching this tonight if it's on Peacock. Like I said, I only use Peacock for the PLEs, and once in a while, WWE got something interesting for me to watch, like some old pay-per-views or whatever. That's the only time I really use Peacock. I did hear that they were no longer going to I don't know, maybe not have like a deal with WWE. I think 2026, I think it was. So we'll end up seeing what ended up happening with Peacock and WWE. Because for real, I got that shit for 199. Everybody changed their little email address on Black Friday to get their 199 a month deal. Because really, it ain't really worth all that anyway. Ballet says, I thought I was going to be the next Mrs. Ballet dancer, Bond. Aw, poor Ballet. The good men are all taken. Mr. Aldezon said, wish you luck, David, in the new relationship. Of course, of course. We hope it works out. And also, I know you said you got your whole equipment for you to, go live and do your podcast. Let us know when you got that all up. Robert said they jobbing Britt Breaker to Nia Jax on Raw. Oh, maybe that's what that was. Okay, so Robert got the facts apparently. So Britt Breaker versus Nia Jax. He said on Raw it was in 2018. I'm gonna look that up, see if maybe we can find a clip on the YouTube. Dicey says, "Thank you. I'm not even gonna pretend I could pronounce that." He says, "As a thyroid cancer was in remission, but came back a while ago. Had surgery again 2 years ago, but it's still there growing. Only thing they can do is surgery. Oh no." Dicey said, "Thankfully, I have a specialist at Sloan Kettering. Damn, I hope it's something that they can. Damn." That's horrible. I know it's tough. I personally just dealt with it with a family member, but I know it's something really tough to live with. And I know you also have your mom who's 102 years old that's with you, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot going on, so I can understand. Mr. Aldays said they're doing that thyroid removal surgery. I know someone who had that. I heard about that too. But what I heard was that a lot of people were passing away from doing that surgery, which I don't really understand the details of that. So I'm not sure. Jay Milton says Serena D was kind of thick and straight edge society compared to. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The first time I seen Serena Deeb in AEW, this is like no joke. I thought she was sick. I'm not trying to like body shame her or whatever. It's complete difference from how she looked like when she was in WWE. David Bond said, "We still together, ballet." Aww. Robert says Cody Rhodes should have turned heel in AEW. But that was around the time when he had his TV show that nobody was watching. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was a lot going on where I could see why the company would want him to be a baby face. But like a lot of times the rest, well, I don't want to say a lot. There's times in wrestling where the fans let you know what they want, and it's not necessarily what the company wants to do. And it was that situation. It was that situation. But yeah, I know Cody Rhodes. He's like, oh, I just wanted to finish my legacy in WWE. You know, where my father, this and that. I am tired of Dusty. We love you. We love you. But Dustin and Cody, it's a crutch for them at this point about the whole Dusty thing. It's to the point where it's like it's almost mentioned in every single promo where it's just like, okay, what else are you going to mention now to get people behind y'all? Like it's insane. I don't know. I don't know. I'm over it. Ballet said, "I wish you well in your new relationship, David." Jay Militant said, "CM Punk saved from Luke Gallows from that awful gimmick that he had tag team with the other guy." That's true. Somebody else was in it. It was like 4 people, wasn't it? All I remember is Luke, Serena, Punk. I think I'm missing somebody. I think I'm missing somebody. Let's see. Dicey said I had a thyroidectomy. No more thyroid. So they take synthetic thyroid medicine daily, just hoping the cancer hasn't moved to the lungs. Oh no. Damn. Well, Dicey, you are in our thoughts, and we do hope it gets better. I know it's so difficult. It's so difficult. Things like this seems to be happening so much more often now where it's just like in like I don't know what it is. To be honest with y'all, I don't know. I had a situation when I was in college. Um I felt a lot of pain like around like my midsection, and I thought it was weird around the time. Y'all don't know this about Tati, but Tati was I was lifting weights a lot, and I loved it. Something about it, I don't know. I loved it. I guess it's because I was watching wrestling so much, and I kind of like that whole look of being all muscular or whatever. And one day I just thought that I lifted something too heavy, and I went to the doctor, and they were like, "Oh, I think you should see a gynecologist." And I'm like, "Okay, what does it got to do with that?" I ended up doing a biopsy, and the doctor told me, he was like, "Oh, you're a stage away from cervical cancer." Apparently, when it comes to like cervical cancer, there is like a stage before that. It's called cervical dysplasia. That is before the cancer. So they all the abnormal cells, they're like getting ready. You know what I mean? So I did treatment like for about a year. And what I did, I didn't end up having surgery. What happened was they froze my cervix. So I had my cervix frozen, and that shit is so uncomfortable. But I was able to, make it through that year treatment or whatever, and didn't have any issues or whatever. But every year I go to get checked out and do testing just to make sure it doesn't come back. But it hasn't come back since, so that's a good thing. Robert says also Adam Cole, Britt Baker allegedly was having 3 ways. Well, you know what? If it's consensual, if you and your man want to do whatever freak offs or whatever, and y'all and everybody that's in it want to be in it, then it's okay. It's okay. I could imagine a lot of wrestlers being like that though, for real, for real. We've heard things about Ricochet doing threesomes too. What's his name? Damian Priest doing threesomes too. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Mr. All Days Off said, yep, the person had a thyroidectomy with a cut in the throat and takes some medicine each day. Jim Milton says NXT won't be on Peacock anymore. Oh, what about the PLEs though? So they said that the content will be on the CW app, but oh, that's interesting. And NWA, they own the CW app too. They on there too. So I'm assuming the PLEs will stay on Peacock, maybe. Daisu says Abigail recently came out. Vampire Ballerina. That's the movie I was looking for. That's what it was. It was a ballerina vampire, and I didn't know the name of the movie. I saw some type of preview about it like maybe a week or two ago, but I couldn't even think about what it was that I saw. But I'm gonna check that out. He said a good flick, like it's all in one set practically. Several unique characters. Robert says Britt had problems with Mariah May over the sling blade. Oh, Belly says, Daisu, I'm sorry that the only thing the doctors can do is perform surgery. David said, thanks, Ballet. Jay Middleton says, the Britt Baker versus Nia Jax is on YouTube. The match was from 2016. Okay, 2016. I'm going to check that out. Robert says, thanks, Jay Millie. My bad, brother. Jay Middleton says, it's all good, Robert. Mr. Holidays Off says, speaking of all this health stuff, I'm happy Naya got herself in better shape. She's doing some of her best work now. She sold the back body drop last night and got right back up. Oh, okay, okay. Now look, when it comes to things like, and this is a crazy thing too. I was on YouTube yesterday. I was looking up a recipe for something, but in looking for that, all I saw was like these crazy recipes for all types of foods, all types of like fast food stuff or whatever. And I'm just like, this is the food that's killing us. Like for real, for real. I know y'all want to make jokes about having a big back and all this shit, but this is a shit that's killing us. Like for real, for real. It's crazy. This is why like I'm at the point where I've been thinking about trying to be a vegan again. It's not easy, but I want to be a vegan again and just I don't know the type of foods that's out there. We don't even know what's on these shit. Like for real, we don't know. But that shit tastes good. Food tastes good, but we don't know what the fuck we're eating. That's the scary part. And unfortunately, this is what people always say is the reason why we're getting cancers or whatever the situation is, all type of illnesses because of foods and not necessarily knowing what's in these things. And that right there is it's scary. It's scary. Robert says he says it's a crutch more so for Cody than it is for Dustin. Well, these past few man, I can tell you, like all summer long with Dustin, I feel like I've heard Dusty's name in every single one of these promos. Cody, we already know, but Dustin, I didn't expect for it to drag out like this. For real, for real. Let's see. Jim Milton says CM Punk, Luke Gallows, Serena. Yeah, Joey Mercury. Joey, don't he? Ain't he like part of the production team, or he's the one of the producers, right? Joey. I could have sworn I seen him doing um working the indies like maybe a month ago. That's interesting. That's interesting. Jay Millington says, you're welcome. Ballet says hundreds of billions of dollars have been donated and they can't find a cure of it. I agree. The other day they were celebrating, what was it, like 100 and something years of Pfizer, the pharmaceutical company that have not cured like a damn thing, which is crazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And this is another reason why like Tati don't like donating. I've witnessed firsthand another tragic like traumatic experience that I went to, even though I wasn't specifically there. When Haiti had the hurricane, not hurricane, earthquake, the really bad one, because they actually do get earthquakes often. What was it, 2010? I think it was 2010. um I lost a lot of family members from that earthquake, and the ones that didn't end up passing away, some of them ended up coming and living in the US after the earthquake. All I saw day in and day out is all these shows about donation this, Red Cross this, and all this shit. We're gonna billions of dollars, whatever it was, all this money so that they can help in Haiti, and they ain't see not $1. Not $1 at all. That's why when situations is happening, I'm I doubt it because like we people out of the goodness of their heart they end up donating for good cause, but we truly don't know what these big companies do with what it is that we're given to. You know what I mean? And I never seen or actually heard of any difference at all. Like family members will say it's the same, nothing has changed. And it's the truth. Whatever happened to any of that money, God only knows. God only knows. So I don't know. I'm not huge on donations and things like that. And then also, we're talking about all this money being donated, especially for cause and cures for these types of illnesses, all types of illnesses. Remember the whole thing, the ice bucket challenge for ALS? What the fuck happened with that? What happened with that? Everybody and their mama was doing the ice bucket challenge. That was to raise awareness to that illness. They obviously raised money with that too. How much I really don't know. But they did raise money. They're nowhere near closer. Nowhere near closer when it comes to that condition, which is just crazy. It's crazy, and we truly don't know what they do with the money. We don't know. Let's see. Mr. Alexander said, not even being weird, but ever get the feeling that an ex could be under someone new? They the did the thought bother you when y'all broke up? Oh, me? Like if the person that I was with, if they have somebody else, I don't give a fuck. Personally, I really don't care. I'm not I don't know. Maybe at first you probably think that it would hurt to know that somebody that you love has moved on. Personally, with that relationship, I was not bothered. So for me, it didn't. I was not affected in that situation. Does it bother me that I go to bed alone with my Kenny Omega and Undertaker teddy bear on my bed? Yeah, it hurts, But at least I don't gotta be having a headache with somebody. So I'm cool with that. Let's see. Melly said, did they have a freak? Oh my God. Did they all have a freak off? CM Punk, Gallows, and them? Well, who knows? That could have been true. That could have been true. Was he with AJ? Well, who knows? AJ could have been in it too. AJ could have been in it. Would y'all join them though? AJ Lee, CM Punk. I might pass on that. I'm not gonna lie. I might pass on that one. Let's see. Robert says, Yo Tati, how would you deal with Britt Baker? Honestly, I never really she never wowed me. I think she's great. I think, her feud with Hikaru Shida is probably the best I've seen of her in the company, but I've never been like wowed by her. I personally don't know if there really is big problems with her like that. So honestly, I don't have an issue. I don't know. She seemed like she might be cool people. Jay Milton says ballet ain't no telling. Then she said my great grandma like Abigail. Like, oh, she watched it too. Okay. Ballet says Nia Jax is doing her thing. Oh man, she looks so good. I've always thought she was beautiful. I know a lot of people, they especially in when it comes to wrestling, yes, you see more people with really fit physiques, but I don't think that's what determines if you're beautiful or not. Because like you can be fit and probably not attractive. I've always thought Nia was attractive. A lot of people I've seen say, what if she lost weight, she'd be pretty. What the fuck are you talking about? Nia Jax? Wild. Wild. Mr. All Days On says, I'm convinced NXT people had freak off. Man, I bet. Yes, you said freak offs in house in Florida, being young and muscular and prime hormones. Absolutely. A lot of people, especially in NXT, they end up living with each other. A lot of the girls end up being in one house, a lot of the guys, and it's not just NXT, it's like that a lot. And like I know Florida is that prime, well, I don't know about right now, is that prime location for a lot of wrestlers to live. I've been hearing like they're moving around now, whatever, but Florida being that location, like you literally live in like less than a mile away from people from all over the damn company. I could imagine people getting together and putting that baby oil to use for real, for real. Ballet is laughing at Jay Militant. Jay Militant said, "I wonder if the Four Horsemen ever have." I know they did. Let me say this. This is a thing, though. I feel like they have, maybe not with each other. That's a big maybe, because honestly it could have, but I can see groups like that, especially the Four Horsemen, having all the moms after the show coming on over there. And I've heard talks about stuff like this. Tony Atlas has talked about stuff like this, where the moms, all right, we're talking about the moms who got their kids at home already tucked in or whatever. After the wrestling show, they lined up at the hotel rooms waiting for them to show up, and it's just getting into rooms. And that's just how it used to be. And Lord have mercy, we used to be a proper country. I can't. I mean, after the shows nowadays, I don't know where to find these guys. Where are y'all? You know, when they had the whole residency in Arlington, I went back to my hotel room every night without seeing nobody. What happened with that? What happened with that? I guess back in the day, I guess it was easier. Nowadays, it's different, especially with the internet and all that stuff. These guys are probably not even trying to get in situations like that. So, who knows? But I'm pretty sure they did stuff like that. I don't know about with each other though. Belly says, freaking off in Florida. Jay Billison got some skulls. He's dead. He's dead. Mr. Aldazar says, LOL is true. Xavier Page was just, oh yes, Xavier Page. Who was the other one? I can see his face in my head, but I can't remember his name. He was the one that was in it. What was, okay? Wait, Brad something. I can remember his face, but I can't remember his name. His name was Brad. Wasn't she? She was Paige with Brad, or Paige with Xavier? And she was. I think she was in a relationship with one of them. And let's just be honest, Paige Saraya was wild, and she was all over the place. So I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't surprised about her name, about her specifically being caught, and no one else. To be honest with you, she was all over the place. I can't even believe she was with Alberto. Like, what the fuck was that? I don't know. Belly says 2010. Jay Militant says Mr. All Days Off to the whole world. Mr. All Days Off is laughing. Ballet says, what happened to those billions? They put it in their pocket. The people who needed it never received it. Absolutely, that's true. That is so true. Robert says Alberto Del Rio apparently wanting to talk to Tony Khan. He probably wanted. No. We fool. Tony Khan closed the doors of AEW. We fool. Wasn't it Alberto who? Not just Alberto. Mick Foley, both, I would say, sticking up for Vinnie Mac. I want to say something. Um, I understand there are shitty people in the world, and when they do, when especially a situation like this with Diddy or Vince McMahon, when it comes out of all this crazy shit that they've done, um, I think people kind of don't. They kind of try to not remember those things and put over the good things that they've done for them. And I have to say this, that shitty people do good things. They really do. And people, they're just like, well, he did this for me that changed my life in a positive way. So, I'm going to support him in this time. He did you not hear the laundry list of things that they did? Y'all see Diddy's kids and them walking to the fucking courthouse looking like fools. They love him for the positive things that he's done for them. So that's why they are there. But you have to normalize that shitty people do good things for you. But when it's time for you to hold them accountable, why not? Because they did something nice for you, because they changed your life for the positive, but then they also change other people's lives for the worse. And sometimes you have to acknowledge that, which is crazy. So Mick Foley, I was really surprised to hear from Mick Foley, kind of, I want to say, sort of downplaying what Vince McMahon has done, just to say, but he's done good things for me. He's put me in good positions. Because of him, my family and I have this, and that. And it's just like, okay, well, what was that supposed to mean? That we supposed to excuse the horrible things that he's done? Crazy, absolutely crazy. I was not expecting Alberto Del Rio and him. Well, we're not surprised. We're not surprised. Ballet says, no, I will pass on CM Punk. Yeah, you know what? I would pass on CM Punk. I'll tell you who I would be okay with is Zelina Vega. Malachi Black would have been like, you want to join? I'm all in. I'm all in. Buddy Matthews, Rhea Ripley, my clothes will be off before you even ask. Okay, absolutely yes, absolutely. Jay Milton says, Robert, I seen that, but that not going to happen after what happened between him and Saraya. That's what I'm saying. Like this new age of the whole technology and stuff. A lot of these wrestlers are not trying to get caught up in situations. You know what I mean? So they'll probably pass on hooking up and stuff like that. I'm okay with the hookup culture thing or whatever. If everybody playing it safe, everybody's giving consent or whatever. But I can understand being a celebrity nowadays and just being like, I'm not gonna try to get myself into trouble or whatever. Mr. Holly's said, damn, I just thought have a clean, organized NXT freak off in a private house is possibly safer than having brutal, bloody, and sweaty match in front of an NXT crowd. Well, that's safer. It is. Ballet says, Dicey, are you still watching WoW? Robert says Britt Baker fell out with Jamie Hayter as well, and apparently Jamie Hayter in 2022. 2022. That's not the last. No, wait. Jamie Hayter wasn't she wrestling last year too? So I mean that she would have fell off with her before she won the title, something like that. Says was trying to fight Thunder Rosa for Britt Baker. Oh, sound like a lot of drama. Mr. Aldezon says putting the baby oil to use good one. Well, you know. Belly says not the hotel room. Robert says, "Yo, Jay Millie, would you deal? How would you deal with Britt Baker, Christian Cage, Adam Cole situation? What the hell? Christian Cage, Britt Baker? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it." He said, "Would you book a feud out of this or not?" Honestly, I would not. But Adam Cole, well, no, I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. Um, Mr. Olizo said, that's a good cue for Wild Tati. Which would you do? Perform in a freak off with a small crowd or go in front of 70,000 WrestleMania 41 and try to perform in a women's match? All eyes on you. How many people is in this small crowd? Is what I would like to know. That's important. But WrestleMania would be fun though too. All I gotta do is if it's a squash match, I guess I would be okay. That would be fun. That would be fun. But the small crowd, we need to know how many people is in there. Robert says also Jay Millie, who knows? Tony Khan might be desperate and sign Alberto Del Rio anyway and put him in Shockwave. Yeah, no, we good. We good. Oh, he says shame on Mark Henry and Mick Foley for standing up. Yes, Mark Henry. What did Mark Henry say? Mark Henry. I don't remember what Mark Henry said, but I remember him. He was saying something during. Is it All Out or All In? Around that time or whatever, he got into it with one of the AEW referees on X. I don't know what that's about. But Mark Henry, since I feel like since he left AEW, I'm seeing a different side of him. I don't know what Mark Henry said in terms of Vince McMahon, but I just don't understand where I'm just some of these things I can understand. Vince McMahon did good things for y'all, or whatever. But like from a public standpoint, y'all don't need to be preaching the gospel of Vince McMahon. Whatever he did for you, he didn't do for everybody. Let's see. Jay Milton said, Robert, I would. You can take the real life situation with Britt and Adam breaking up and Christian Cage, the one who stole his woman. Says Robert, he tried that with Punk. You see how that worked. Mr. Aldezal said, you think the diddler you think the diddler gonna unalive himself or snitch on the celebs for lesser years? Didn't it say he was on suicide watch or something like that? To be honest, I'm not sure. Either way, I first of all, whoever he would snitch on, I don't think he's going to get any less years where it wouldn't be life anyway. You know, they could have given 1,000 years and he would have given up Beyonce and Jay-Z and them and still be like, well, all right, we take off 500 years, so you're still going to be here for life anyway. I don't think they would take enough years off, even if he snitched. Whether he snitches or not, I think people's names are still going to come out. It's still going to come out regardless. So they're going to definitely get other people, other people's names going to be in it for sure. For sure. So whether he says it or not, and if he does get to that situation where he unalives himself, I think that also shows guilt. And I think I know he's definitely guilty for something. Everything that's happened, I have no clue. So many pictures have coming out lately where you're seeing these situations and you're seeing a lot of past interviews of singers or people in the entertainment industry who's been talking about Diddy for years. And it's now that everybody's actually, I guess, taking notice of the whole thing. Honestly, the situation with Cassie is what's really woke people up. That's what it was that really woke people up to get to the point of where we at right now. Robert says, why would you not book that feud? Um, I don't know. I'm liking like what they're doing with Christian right now. Adam Cole, he a little boring to me. I so here's the thing. When it comes to like storylines with relationship, you kind of have to care about the relationship to be like into the storyline. Nobody cares about Britt Baker and Adam Cole together. The craziest thing I seen them do with that relationship in terms of storyline was have them win the first Owen Hart Cup. I was could not believe it when it turned out to be them two to win. I was just like, I why are we doing this? This I man, that thing was booked horribly. Horribly. Robert said he tried what with Punk. Jay Milton says Robert Collision was Punk's show to keep himself and the elite away from each other, and CM Punk said it himself it wasn't going to work. Robert said, "I got you, my brother." Mr. Aldazov said, "Diddy trying the suicide watch trick to move out to a better jail? Isn't he somewhere in Brooklyn?" Ah, there you go. He said he is in a rough Brooklyn jail, even though he's secluded away. That could still be an issue for him. Brooklyn jails, New York prisons, no fucking joke. And even the schools ain't shit in Brooklyn either. But that's another story. Um, I would probably say that he could be surrounded to people that he's hurt or people who are closely related to other people that he's hurt. So I can see him wanting to go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Him being in New York is probably worse. Like if they dropped his ass somewhere in Iowa or something, I don't know. Probably be like best case scenario for him. But somewhere in New York, it's not looking good. Not looking good. Jay Milton said we need Kenny Omega. That's what I'm saying. Kenny Omega. Well, actually, Kenny has posted a few pictures in Japan and all that. So I appreciate seeing that Kenny Omega is still with us. But he did mention, I forgot what he was talking about. Something he was saying, and then he said, but I'm not medically clear. Something he said. I don't remember what he said exactly, but he did mention that he was not medically cleared because everybody was assuming that, oh, he's in Japan, he's probably training. Which may be true, or he's just on vacation or whatever. But I know a lot of us miss him. We do. Robert said, imagine if Tony Khan did the right thing and booked Punk versus Omega at All In for 2023. I don't know. I don't know. This is what I'm gonna say. I love CM Punk. I really do. CM Punk and Omega, I don't know how that was gonna turn out. I just feel like he's been out the ring for so long. It's not giving what people would have hoped. If he would have stayed in the ring throughout that time that he was gone, he had his little phase of doing the UFC or whatever he was doing. Even if he was training or just, at least being in the ring here and there, I think he would have been in better ring shape than what he's in right now. So I don't know how that would have turned out. I would have loved if he would have been in AEW Would love to see him with Malachi Black. They do have somewhat of a similar style to me. Kyle O'Reilly is another one that I would love to see as well. You know, CM Punk is still a game changer in pro wrestling. I just feel like in terms of his in ring work, it's not the same. So, you know, Omega and Punk, uh, I don't know. I don't know. It would have been a good feud. I know that. Mr. Wallace also said the Metropolitan Detention Center is where Diddy is according. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Um, they'll probably just end up moving him. Like I said, if they were to put him somewhere else, like him being in New York is crazy. I can understand why he's there, but like if he was somewhere in the middle of nowhere, he wouldn't be as worried. He wouldn't be as worried. And honestly, he has every reason to be worried. But whatever happens, happens. You know, he brought that whole thing on himself, and that's the thing too. Like you see the situation with Diddy, like you could imagine why it is like when you have all this power that you can end up being a monster like this. Look at Vince McMahon, the same thing, and it's absolutely insane, absolutely insane. Like I always be wondering, like I'm just like I don't understand why people have to feel like they have to assault anybody, especially sexually, where it's just like there are people who will be willing to sleep with you for nothing. You don't need to be causing harm to people like this. And then for a celebrity too, do they never think that they were going to get caught? Crazy. Crazy. And the crazy part too is how because they have all that power that all along people have been complaining and telling us what's going on, most people turn a blind eye to it. That's what power does when someone is so powerful that even though people are telling you what they've done, you kind of just shake it off, and that's what's happened all these years. Crazy. Jay Millicent says Robert Punk was willing to do business with Kenny and the Young Bucks, but Matt and Nick was blocking it from happening because they little feelings got hurt prior to the All In last year. So Kenny Omega said on one of his little live streams, he was playing video games. I don't know what he was playing, but I just love to look at this man. He was saying how he didn't have issues with Punk and that whatever issues were going on that he was willing to move past those things. Now he didn't speak on behalf of the Young Bucks, which kind of made me feel like maybe the Bucks really didn't want to have anything to do in terms of fixing things. One of the things that I wish that they did was if everybody could have gone together and just like get over the situation and just be men and turn it into a storyline, that would have been a fucking game changer for AEW, for real, for real. If that would have been a whole storyline with the Bucks and CM Punk and everything, that would have been huge for the company. Because remember, we didn't even see what happened with the brawl. All we knew was that they got into it, the dog got hurt and everything, and everybody was talking about that. Everybody was talking about it for the longest. How was it something that no one got to see is what's most popular within your company? So me, if I was a businessman, if I was Tony Khan, I would have been like, "Hey, you bitches, I'm gonna put y'all in a room. Y'all can fight, whatever. But when we're done, we're gonna make money off this shit." That's what Tony Khan should have did. That's what he should have did, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Instead, we got Collision, y'all, and CM Punk is in WWE right now. Unfortunately, that would have been a huge game changer for the company. Mr. Aldi's also said all our childhood heroes going down. Hogan, Vince, Diddy, R. Kelly, Orlando. I mean, Orlando Brown. Um, you know, Orlando Brown is another one that I feel like everyone's been saying he's crazy, but I always felt like he's telling us something. It might not be direct, but he's telling us something. And one day this all gonna make sense. And here we are. Isn't it not making sense? Sort of. Really weird. Really weird. Jay Militant says, Mr. Aldazov, our childhood is ruined. Robert says, not excusing Diddy for any stretch. Diddy dad died when he was 4 years old. Well, if even if that is the case, apparently there weren't other manly figures in his life to show him how to be a man.
And I understand you're not trying to make an excuse, but a lot of people, dad or no dad in their lives, no parents or both parents, they turn out not doing shit like this, which is crazy. I don't know what it was. If Diddy could tell us like what it was that even made him get to this point, I would be interested to know because it's wild. Robert says it was more so the Bucks mad at Punk. Omega was trying to calm everybody down. I remember Kenny was talking about how he was just trying to make sure the dog was okay. And props to Kenny Omega. I don't like to hear animals being in situations like this because the dog is catching strays, and all he did was just be in the room. Crazy. Ballet says that fortunately this is nothing new. These free comps been going on since the early days in Hollywood, the 1910s. It will continue to go on and on. Absolutely. Let's see. LeBron is our only hope. He has never had any trouble 20 plus years of being in the spotlight. Rumor has it his wife let him have road groupies. Just don't bring him home to her and the kids. Oh, that is very interesting. But even if that is the case, that could have brought trouble too. But, well, if you don't have a record or any foolishness attached to his name, I guess that's a good thing. In a lot of relationships, especially when somebody's a celebrity in a relationship, it always seems like the women allow these things because they kind of figured he's gonna do it anyway. So I might as well just say he can, just to make me feel better about it. I don't know. I would not. I would not say that. If anything, I would say, hey, let me join you. Belly says people are worried about whether Puffy will spill the beans on them. The only the ones higher up on the ladder needs to be looked at too. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was seeing people talking about now that they got Diddy, Beyonce and Jay-Z are next. I personally don't know the stories about them two, but we'll see. We'll see. Mr. All these stuff said, y'all got any guesses who might be on the celeb list? If he snitches, I don't have anyone in particular, but I will say what's gonna get people talking the most is when he bring up other rappers because like especially rappers that get that hood persona, at least most of them do, and they're always it's that thing about like it's almost life or death if somebody is like homosexual or whatever, and is very frowned upon, especially in the rap community, hip hop community. That's what I think is going to happen. A lot of these rappers names that don't want no one to know stuff like this was going on, those type of names that will be coming up. um oh wait, I did hear stuff about Justin Bieber though. I hear stuff about that. Usher, you know, it ain't gonna surprise me. Ain't gonna surprise me about Usher if his name is in it. Mr. Aldazal says he has been giving parties since the 90s. Robert said Diddy dad, Melvin Combs, was a gangster. Melvin Combs was ratting on his homies. Reasons Melvin was ratting because he had a wedding to go to. What? Wait a minute. He was snitching on people so they could let him out early so he can go to a wedding? Is that what you're saying? That's wild. Man, fuck that wedding. I ain't gonna say a damn thing. I'm just gonna stay locked up. That's wild. That's wild. Let's see. Ballet says the list is endless, Mr. All Days Off. He says, I think Usher will be on that. Oh yeah, Usher, I wouldn't be surprised. Usher and Ja Rule. Ja Rule? Well, I wouldn't have thought of him. Usher, yes. Yes, I would think of him for sure. Mr. Aldizar said yes. There's a video of Diddy talking about talking to a 15-year-old Bieber, giving him fancy car and potentially grooming. Oh Lord, wow, insane, insane. Now look, if so and so turned out to have been gay or whatever, I don't care about that part. Whatever, I could care less. Anybody who was into forcing people, getting underage children involved or whatever. Now that's the part that I obviously not gonna like. But if it's whatever and whatever being gay, I don't care. Y'all do what y'all want. The higher ups than Jay Z and Beyonce. We're talking about the major executives, not the performers, but the businessmen who cut the check. That's true too. Damn, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. Absolutely, when it comes to like the executives and all that stuff, I could see them being involved in that stuff for sure. Um, like I said, Jay Z and Beyonce, I don't know. I don't know. Not these two. Robert said yes, ma'am. Okay, that's interesting. Mr. Raleigh also said Trey Songz. Man, I would not be surprised about Trey Songz' name being mentioned in this. Definitely not. Robert says Usher was hospitalized behind P. Diddy. Hmm. Mr. Aldizal said it was cringy when Diddy said on the video, "So what you gonna do for the rest of the day?" And Young Bieber said, "Whatever you want to do, Diddy." What? What video y'all watching? What the hell? And that's another thing too, is because when you think of situations like that, and you go back to damn, what's his name? Damn, I forgot who I was thinking about. Another singer. Okay, here's the situation. There's a lot of okay, yeah, R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Y'all already know the situation where a lot of these, especially moms, that were having these underage girls being under the wing of R. Kelly or whatever, pretty much sacrificing these young girls to get record deals, to make money, so the family can move out the hood or whatever situation that they're in. And it's like, is it worth it for you to go ahead and drop off your underage daughter to R. Kelly's house? For what? For what? It's wild. I can't even understand what it is. And the thing is obviously greed, money, where people end up doing things like this, like where it's like the children are their way out of whatever situation that they're in. And to sacrifice your kids for money and fame and whatever is just insane to me. That's the situation that was going on with R. Kelly, and probably what was happening with Diddy too. Robert said when Usher was 13 years old. Yeah, Usher was signed early too. It was. Mr. Aldeson said it was innocent, but with all we know now, just cringy. Well, we don't. Well, yeah, cringy now, but it probably was more than what we thought it was back then too. Said Diddy bought Puff Mom. Ballet says wrestling with Usher over breakfast cereal. Oh, okay. So yes, I remember hearing. What's his name? Kevin Hart was like he was in a room and what he said. He said, "Am I the only one who thinks that this is weird?" Some shit like that. And everybody in the room is just like whatever. And I'm just like, what is happening here? What is happening here? Like this is just normal behavior for y'all. And fighting over cereal, come on, this is shit that you do with your brothers and sisters. Like this is wild. Bella said Drew Barrymore. Mr. Aldi's also said Dawn from Danity Kane was spilling tea on Diddy. Well, was it she's not the only one though, right? Wasn't other members from the group too? But that's the thing though. A lot of people have been talking about these things for the longest and nobody's just taking it seriously. And here we are. Here we are. And that's the thing. When you think about it, for how long people have been saying these things, a lot of stuff could have been prevented at this point. All these years that had gone by. So that sucks. Let's see. Mr. Aldezal said, yeah, Kevin Hart was hosting the house party and Diddy said something sus. When isn't he? Valley says Drew Barrymore's mother, Jade. I remember back in the early 80s, Drew was smoking and drinking and doing, Coca Cola by 9 years old. That is wild. Absolutely wild. But Drew Barrymore's family, they've been in Hollywood for generations, way before she was on. So that's interesting that the family would even feel like they would even have to do shit like this. This is crazy. Mr. Aldi's also said Lifetime Network is doing a Birdman hand rub, thinking about the next surviving Diddy series. I could see that. I could see that. It's been wild. It's been wild. And while all the eyes are on Diddy right now, don't forget about Vince McMahon. We'll be right back on Vince McMahon next Wednesday when the documentary come out. Right back onto that. So I think Vince McMahon probably feeling a little sigh of relief, but don't hold your breath too long, because on Wednesday we'll be right back talking about you, Benny Bag. Right back to it. Mr. Ollie said, yes, true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And another thing too, when everything blows up with the whole Vince McMahon situation, a lot of names gonna come out. So if you think you're hearing your heroes names right now, um get prepared to hear other people's name that you're not even gonna be expecting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm I don't want to say expecting, but if Triple H name came out, I wouldn't be surprised. Stephanie name came out, I wouldn't be surprised at all. At all. Mr. All Days said you worried about Taker name drop. I wouldn't say worried. I never really. I wouldn't say worried, but I'm at the point where it's just like I wouldn't be surprised about any name being in it. I don't know how I would feel if Taker name got in it, because that one would hurt. That one would definitely hurt to hear. But we'll see. We'll see for sure. And I remember the other day it was Gerald Briscoe's birthday, and I was just like, oh, I know you was in it. Whatever was happening, you was in it. I know Gerald Briscoe was probably luring boys to Pat Patterson. I know it. Nobody talks about Gerald Briscoe, but I know he was in it. For sure. For sure. Ballet Dancer says Drew Barrymore family goes back to the theaters of the late 1700s, early 1800s. She is a definition of theater Hollywood royalty. I've never actually seen her little talk show. I'm not gonna lie, never seen it. But too much shit is going on. Too much shit going on, and it's so disturbing. Absolutely. Oh Lord, Mr. Olazar said, "I bet Cena was in it. He had to know something, and been close to Vince to be pushed for so long." That's another one too. Okay, so with that argument, with that point, is another reason why about Taker too, because Taker and Vince McMahon has been close for so long that he had to have known something. I'm not even saying everything. I'm saying something, because it's just like, how did I, like, I'm really, that's the part that confuses me, is how it seemed like so many people did not, well, you know what, anybody could pretend they didn't know anything, but it just seems like people would have known that shit was going on, even if you saw one thing happen, just one thing happen one time. I think everybody in the company have either seen something or heard something. Everybody. There's just no way. There's no way. Ballet says, I would not be surprised to see anyone named come up in that document. That's the thing. I don't think we're going to hear anything. I really don't. The trailer, I felt for the most part, looked a little like they were celebrating. Well, should I say celebrating? It felt more of a positive direction in terms of Vince McMahon. So I don't know if we would hear anybody's name. Robert says Renee Dupree, Paul London say they didn't see anything. Well, maybe. Like I said, if you didn't see something, you heard about something. You heard. Cena just looks like the guy who would take something like that to the grave for Vince. Well, he's one of those guys who have definitely had one of the best careers, and that's obviously being pushed by Vince McMahon. So, like in the same situation where Mick Foley was talking about, oh, saying, well, Vince McMahon, because of him, this and that, blah 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 blah. So John Cena in the same boat too. I can see that being the case. I can see that being the case for sure. And even if y'all don't see anything in terms of people names being in it for the documentary, when this whole thing end up going to trial, that's when y'all gonna start hearing names. So even if it don't happen next week, at some point for sure. Bella says this might be a banana in the tailpipe situation. Mm-hmm. Shawn Michaels. Oh my god, there it is. Man, Shawn Michaels. Oh my god. Well, um, now that you brought it up, Shawn Michaels, the chef of NXT, if we don't see him no more on the show, you know his name is in it, and I would not be surprised at all about Shawn Michaels' name being in something at all, at all. So definitely one of those guys for sure. Um, so like that's crazy too because like y'all know lately everybody's been enjoying NXT or whatnot, and then even WWE have improvements too. So I know a lot of people has been giving a lot of props to Triple H and stuff like that. But I do really feel like I've always thought, you know, Shawn Michaels. This is Shawn Michaels we're talking about. We don't even need to talk about Ric Flair and them. But Triple H, I think, would shock people if his name was involved, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be at all. Shawn Michaels, his name gonna be on something for sure. And that's the thing, though. I don't give a damn if you gave your life to God. Whatever you did already. You know that doesn't change anything. A lot of people they live by that, where it's just like, well, I'm not saying Shawn Michaels specifically, but a lot of people are just like, well, you know, if I stop whatever it is that I've done and I give my life to Christ and live a better life, none of those things that I've done in the past will haunt me. Yes, it will. Absolutely. Mr. Alderzon said 2025 is going to be a wild celeb news year. Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Don't get surprised if, you know, Christmas time, we got a little something, a little teaser for 2025. Robert said 6 months out of the Benoit tragedy, Ashley Massaro got hurt on the trip. Yeah, yeah. Everybody in the y'all not gonna tell me that not one person that was signed to WWE during that time, WWE, ECW, whatever, during that time did not hear about that. They all did. So, like I said, whether they saw it, they heard about it, and for most people, they're just gonna be like, "Well, it got nothing to do with me. I'm still trying to stay under this contract and pay this mortgage." You know what I mean? So, a lot of people are just gonna be like, just turn away from the situation. You know, which is crazy, and that's when you think of you being in a situation where you work for an entertainment company and you're becoming famous, you're getting money. I don't know how much people are getting paid, to be honest with you, but you want to make it to the tippy top of the company, like how just about every wrestler do when they get into this business. And when a stupid shit is happening behind the scenes, whether if you hear about it or see about it, what are you gonna do? You're gonna say something and potentially ruin your contract or whatever. You're gonna do the right thing, or you're gonna keep your mouth shut and just keep working. That's what majority of the people who's been in the company has done. They've all kept their mouth shut so they can keep getting that paper. And you know it sucks, but that's the truth. Belly says just to get people to watch. Robert says Triple H probably guilty too. I wouldn't be surprised. Mr. Aldazov says it's funny. I remember feeling sorry for Vince because the rumor of Macho having relations with young Stephanie, but Vince was a dirtbag himself the whole time. Absolutely, absolutely. When so way before this whole thing, man, people been hearing about the Stephanie and Macho thing for the longest. But when I was informed about all the allegations that happened even in the 80s, it made me wonder that if there was anything that happened between the two of them, that Vince could have been involved in terms of allowing it to happen. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Now that we know what we know now. Mr. Aldizon said, I haven't kept up, but how bad can it get for Vince? She wants him in jail. I don't know. It's one of those situations too where um I thought personally was she wanted money that he promised. I guess he had an NDA situation or whatever, and as long as he was paying her whatever he was supposed to pay her, then she shut her mouth. But then I guess the money ran out, or he just decided I ain't doing it. So then she ends up talking, which is her not breaking the NDA that they had, and even if she doesn't want jail time or whatever it is, I don't know what she's looking for specifically. it still can get to the point where even if she dropped this whole thing, the state, what state is that under though? Honestly, I don't know, but the state could just be like, well, we're pressing charges. They can do that. So even if she doesn't want it to get that far, I think it's already too late. I think it's already too late. But she's a key witness into this whole thing. She knows a lot of shit that we obviously don't know, and they're gonna want to get her as involved as they possibly can. Ballet says triple freaky H. Robert says people quick to stand up for Nancy Sullivan Benoit after what happened to her. And I don't condone what Benoit did whatsoever. Nancy Sullivan stabbed uh, Kevin Sullivan in the chest and almost killed him. Well, from what I've heard from her family, she was getting abused by both of them, Kevin and Nancy. So, um, which is insane. Mr. Olazov said also the internet said Oprah could be well, earlier this year when they was talking about this Epstein list, and when I saw Chris Tucker name on there, I was just like, oh my god. Everybody else was whatever, but Chris Tucker was the one. I was just like, wait a minute, what? He was on there? Crazy, 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 crazy. But Oprah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oprah, all that money and power she has, don't be surprised. Don't see. So here's the thing: Oprah participating in freak offs and stuff like that. Probably not. If anything, she probably had to. She probably got involved to get Stedman somebody, Stedman to get involved in some type of way because she ain't touched Stedman ever. If anything, so I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. But the whole thing with Vince McMahon, the state they gonna take over regardless. They gonna take over regardless. If what was her name again? Damn, I forgot her name. Whether she wants to press charge or not. Diddy, there's nothing we could do for you, bro. Nothing. Oprah wouldn't be surprised to hear some type of involvement. Robert said, I heard from someone that Macho Man and Stephanie Counter was consensual. Well, but if she's underage, then that's statutory rape. So there's a difference because that's the thing. Like minors can't give legally can't give consent. Yes, a minor can say yes to something, but legally it's not consensual. Mr. Aldizal said, "Damn, thanks for the update on the case." Robert says, "From what I heard, Kevin Sullivan people and Nancy Sullivan was abusive to Kevin. Sometimes Kevin would fight back, though." Interesting. Uh, Bella says, I remember she was supposed to be paid 3 million. Vince only paid her one and stopped. Well, there it is. And this is the part that people judge her about because people are just like, well, if you went through all these things, why are you taking money from him? I honestly, I personally can't answer that. I personally can't answer that. But if you bought her silence and you said, hey, you're gonna sign this, and that. I need you for her to sign that NDA is for her to do whatever it is that he wants under his terms. And if she is living up to her end of the deal, you should too. I don't know. This is Stedman. Oh, Janelle Grant. Stephanie was 18 years old. I doubt it. I doubt it. Because even if she was 18, I've never heard that she was 18. No, I've never heard that she was 18. Definitely a minor. But let's say this. Let's say if she was 18, I bet you bottom dollar there was grooming before the day she turned 18. I know that. I know that. Mr. Aldezon said, where did you hear that if she's 18? I never heard that she was 18. I've never heard that. Robert said also Kevin Sullivan put Nancy's sister and Nancy's sister in rehab twice. Well, what the hell is going on? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Ballet says Harpo is David Guffin's puppet. He runs Hollywood and a whole entire different story. Enough said. Lord have mercy. Belly says I need my glasses on. I thought you wrote Janelle Grant is Mr. The fuck? Could you imagine? Could you imagine them being the same people? Crazy. Mr. Ollie's all said, LOL. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people, now, Oprah, Oprah is one of those people that I've always felt was weird to me. Weird to me. I don't know. So if her name is dropped in this, no surprise. And if it's not the Diddy situation, it's gonna be something else. Something else. Something else. And like I said, she probably was over there trying to get somebody for her husband because she can't deal with him at all. All right, you guys. Well, I did say I was gonna cut it short like 2 hours ago, but y'all kept me on, and that's okay. I appreciate that. We had a great time. Now I will be back on Wednesday, trying to get some people together for a little team for the live stream for what's the next show coming up? Grand Slam. So we'll see who I can get on for that. Ballard says the Harvey Weinstein situation. Oh yeah, man, we don't even have to talk about that. We already, man, that's a whole nother can of worms. And that situation too, don't be surprised it all be connected with Diddy and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't be surprised at all. At all. Mm-hmm. Mr. Aldazov said, yeah, good talk tonight. Yeah. Robert said Benoit left his ex-wife, baby mama Martina, for Nancy when his daughter was born. He has a daughter? I thought he only had two sons. Am I missing somebody? Probably. Probably. Mr. Aldazov said the Grand Slam speak off street. Oh Lord. Is that a bottle of baby oil, a microphone? Oh my god. Holy shit. Robert says Diddy and Vinny gonna win the prison tag team titles. All right. This is it, guys. It was fun. I will see you guys on Wednesday for a Grand Slam. Until then, review for Collision that wasn't really all that, but whatever. Bella says all intertwined. Hollywood is one big petri dish. Absolutely, absolutely. Robert said he got two sons and a daughter. Why don't I remember about the daughter? That one I don't remember. Bella says Chris' daughter looked just like y'all seen her. I know his son looks exactly like him. Exactly. But the daughter, honestly, I've never seen. I'm gonna look it up and see maybe if I can see something. But her I'm not familiar with at all. All right, you guys. You guys have kept me long enough, almost 4 hours. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for Dynamite. Good night.